headaches? Let the doctors at Total Health Clinic help you live life again with no pills and no surgery. We have the newest technology on the market on healing these injuries. Right now, we are offering a new patient special for $17. Make sure you mention this ad and be one of the first 5 callers right now at 656-2888. Total Health Clinic, 656-2888.
Team D, Team D, you know it's auto sales. Team D, Team D, you know we won't be beat.
This is Parker.
This is Jason.
And we are Team D Auto Sales.
We're back.
Funny ads, nice banter, great laughs too. But what's never left? Great value, no hassle, and happy customers. Team D Auto Sales, 488 East St. George Boulevard.
Yeah! Run, loud, get to the store.
Team D, Team D.
Whatever temperatures this summer brings, your Bryant dealer is ready to help. Your dealer is backed by outstanding products from one of the industry's most trusted names, Bryant. Find your local dealer at Bryant.com. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Experience the ultimate tribute to Fleetwood Mac. Don't miss Fleetwood Nick's USA, one of the nation's most recognized tribute shows, live at the Rock Bowl at Sand Hollow Resort on Saturday, May 13th. Get ready to sing along to all of your favorite Fleetwood Mac hits, including Dreams, Go Your Own Way, and Rhiannon. Fleetwood Nick's USA brings the magic of Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham to life on stage. Don't miss this unforgettable evening of music and nostalgia. Get your tickets now, sandhollowresorts.com, for Fleetwood Nick's USA at the Rock Bowl, May 13th. Tickets at sandhollowresorts.com.
It's fabulous.
So fabulous.
Fabulous Freddy's Car Wash.
If you have a car, truck, or SUV, then listen up. Fabulous Freddy's Wash is excited to announce their semi-annual car wash sale. Just in time for all you moms, dads, and grads. Get 11 car washes for the price of 7. And with our full-service car wash, you'll be in and out in 20 minutes or less. Don't wait. Head to either of the 2 Southern Utah Fabulous Freddy's and stock up on the gift that keeps on giving.
Let's get ready. Let's wash our cars at Fabulous Freddy's.
LivingStGeorge.com has every home for sale in Southern Utah with local pros that live and work here to help find your dream home. Sell your current home at fair price or just answer your questions. For everything in real estate, LivingStGeorge.com.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into the Boulevard Home Game of the Week as we launch into the Super Regionals here for the 4A State Baseball Tournament. Today's matchup, it is the Desert Hills Thunder hosting the Cedar Reds. Caden Formaster here with you on the broadcast tonight alongside Connor Collins as well. Connor, how are we doing today?
Doing good. Feeling good to be out here. It's a really good night for some baseball. Just mentioned, not too hot, not too cold. Good breeze coming over. It's feeling good.
Yeah, we've had a very mild spring, and even here into the playoffs, still holding on to the mild weather. We can't complain too much about it. Last year at this time, I mean, during the tournament down here in St. George at Utah Tech University, we were in the, hitting that 100-degree mark every day of that tournament. So, hey, you know what? I'll take 80.
Yeah,
it's not bad.
It'll skip the spring out here. I've noticed that. You'll get a week of it, and you'll say, oh, this is nice. By the time you plan to do something in spring, it's already passed. So we're definitely enjoying the lasting of it. But this really is good weather. I mean, this is the type of weather that you hit the ball, it's going to go. There's nothing holding it back. There's no winds pushing anything southbound. It feels like this is a good day for the bats to be cracking.
Yeah, it's a little more humid over here at the ball field for whatever reason today, so that might be the only thing that might keep things a little tight in here, but the only reason we know that is we got all the bugs out and about today over
you can
here.
See the skeeters out here jumping on our face and everything. It's out and about.
Yeah, it's definitely spring baseball, that's for sure. But as you mentioned, yeah, not even a breeze today. I mean, it's just dead over here, which does make for good baseball. As a player, I know that sometimes the batter likes having that breeze at their back, sure, but if you can't have that, you'd rather have just a nice, calm weather day, and that's what we have over here at Thunder Field. So thank you for hopping on the broadcast with us, whether that's on the radio, 99.5 FM, 95.3 FM in St. George, for our Cedar listeners on 93.1 FM as well. Don't forget that you can go and watch this game live. We're broadcasting live over on the fansportsnetwork.com. That's the fansportsnetwork.com. Click on that Region 10 tab and you'll find the link to today's game. And there's a link to the earlier game between Bear River and Pineview. Sadly, Pineview not able to get a win in that one. They fall to Bear River 8-0 in game 1 of the series. Now, let's set the stage a little bit. Super Regionals are a little different than the rest of the tournament. This first round through Super Regionals is a best-of-3 series. Today, of course, being game 1 for all these different series. Tomorrow at 1 o'clock, we'll be right back here at Thunder Field for game 2. If one team gets the 2 wins, they'll move on. If it splits between those 2 games, we will go to a third game directly after that game tomorrow. So we will have a doubleheader tomorrow if after the first 2 games were split 1-1. And that, of course, goes for all of the games across the state, not just the ones we're broadcasting.
Yeah, and I was just going to say, you know, this bodes well for guys like, or teams, I should say, like Desert Hills that have a very good and deep group of pitchers. You look at Jace Fillmore, Landon Musgrave, Cole DeCastro. Any one of these guys can come out and start and finish a game for you. So it's nice to know that if these series are going to 3, you have enough depth to reach into.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, the other night against Dixie to round out the season, they had Titan Tate on the mound to add another name to it. But tonight, the pitching matchup tonight is going to be between Landon Musgrave and Coden Lunt. So those are your starters for the game tonight. And so I assume tomorrow we very well could be seeing you know, any one of those guys that you mentioned out there starting on the mound for Desert Hills. But again, if it goes to a 3-game series, you got to be careful. You never know. So that's part of the playoffs, is making sure that the pitchers are staying fresh and you're not overdoing it with your aces, right?
Yeah,
you got to win those games.
I would say in Desert Hills' case too, and this should be to no surprise. Unfortunately, coming into this game, this was Cedar coming in 5-20 on the year. I mean, if we're being real, Cedar is definitely the underdog in this game. However, anything can happen come playoff baseball. So if they come out here and they come playing with their full might, there's a chance they come away with this game. Desert Hills, they want to stay healthy though, because they're looking across the bracket and they're seeing Snow Canyon, Crimson Cliffs, Dixie, and they're saying those are the teams we want to be ready to go for. So they want to come out here, play smart, but play healthy as well.
That's right. We welcome you again into the Boulevard Home Game of the Week. They've been making your house a home for over 48 years. We also want to thank our pregame show sponsor, Findlay Subaru, who's been working hard in our community here in Southern Utah. They've received the 2022 Subaru Love Promise Customer and Community Commitment Award. You can go reserve your new Subaru at Findlay Subaru. So let's get to some of our keys to the game here, Connor. Starting us off here for Cedar, as you mentioned, they are the underdogs in this one. Cedar, if you ask me, they got to get the bats going early, get some runs on the board throughout the first and second inning, and try to instead of play coming back, you want to play with that lead and maybe get some padding.
Yeah, and I think in the case for the Thunder here, you want to make sure that you play clean baseball. You don't want to have errors, because this is a team that if you let them get into the game and stay in the game, they could catch you slipping and they can get you upset. This is one of those for Desert Hills. You got to go out there and play very fundamental baseball.
Yeah, definitely one of these games where on both sides, you mentioned errors, right? Both of these teams need to play a good, clean game of baseball. The second you let loose and you let some mistakes pass by, the other team could take advantage of it real quick. So, yeah, definitely something to look out for here tonight. One of the things to note for Desert Hills, the starting lineup here, your first 4 up, is going to be Jace Fillmore, Cole DeCastro, Kyler Terry, and Hagen Reed. A really solid first 4 batters up to bat for Desert Hills. So once we hit the bottom of the first inning, we'll see at least those first 3, and that could be a deadly lineup there for the Thunder.
Yeah, you get at least one of those guys on base. It really does set up the next guy for at least an easy RBI, and we've seen it already this year where guys go for the sacrifice bunts, or just even if they can try to get the pop fly to move somebody in. We don't see these teams in Region 10 veer away from the sacrifice runs.
Yeah, Cole DeCastro, who was out the last game, back in the lineup as we mentioned, and it looks like we have the coaches meeting with the umpires right now up at home plate, so we'll be getting started pretty shortly here with the action. Again, want to thank Findlay Subaru, our pregame show sponsor, and we will be having a lot of action tonight, looking for a few of our awards to hand out at the end of the game. We're going to be looking for an Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker Play of the Game, Hearst Ace Hardware Player of the Game, of course, our Morgan Pest Control Defensive Play of the Game as well. So just to name a few, those are a few of the things we're looking for. Some defense, some offense, even a Bin Blaster's Blast. We want to see some of those big hits as well.
Yeah, last time these teams played, Desert Hill had no shortage of that. I mean, that score was 9-0. They had 14 hits in the game. They were able to get it off onto Caden Lund, but let's see. This could be a different outcome here. Although it does look like you mentioned we're going back to the same pitchers, Titan Tate versus Caden Lund, or Landon Musgrave tonight. You said.
Yeah. It's Landon and Caden Lund tonight. So, Caden Lund, he's your quarterback for the Reds. We know he's got an arm on him. We saw it all season through baseball and football, so expect him to be throwing a little bit of heat. Landon Musgrave, he's one of these guys that has a lot of control on his off-speed pitches. And as a lefty, he's going to be coming in. And again, I think Caden Lund's also a lefty, if I remember correctly. So it's going to be a good pitcher's duel tonight. I'm excited about this, and make sure that control is tightened up and ready to go. I think that's going to be one of the big keys here tonight as well, is just to make sure that those pitches aren't getting too wild. You keep it in the zone, pitch to that contact, and things will be set, ready to rock and roll.
Home of Thunder Baseball.
Agreed.
The Super Regional matchup.
Well, looks like we're getting ready to get started here shortly. Going to be having a break here to honor America with the national anthem. So with that said, we're going to be stepping away here, and we'll be back for game time. Stick around with us on the Fan Sports Network right after this.
I'm Aaron Crane, host of the Region 10 Recap. Want to relive the highlights of the game? Look for the Region 10 Recap every week. Just follow St. George News on Facebook or go to stgeorgenews.com.
Did you know that St. George News has a new app? Download the St. George News app today and stay up to date on everything happening in Southern Utah. Get instant notifications on news, weather, sports, and more. Download the app today and get your local news now.
Check out this week's edition of TGIF on stgeorgenews.com. TGIF is your weekend adventure guide to all the fun and exciting things going on in Southern Utah this weekend. Find this week's edition at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab. Have a blast this weekend.
Adams Wealth Advisory is a financial planning firm that is combined with an investment firm to provide the best possible outcomes for our clients.
I always believe if you're intentional with your financial plan, things are going to work out really well for you.
Visit AdamsWealthAdvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today.
Welcome back in, everybody, to the Boulevard Home Game of the Week. Thank Finley Subaru again for being our pregame sponsor. As we get started here, hop into our House of Jumps starting lineups.
Out in right field,
we'll start with Desert Hills, and then we'll get to the batting order for Cedar. For Desert Hills, number 21, leading off will be Jace Fillmore on second base. Cole DeCastro is up second, shortstop. Kyler Terry at third base. Hagen Reed is going to be the DH tonight. Bo Wall over on first. Seth Wells out in center field. Landon Musgrave again on the mound. Cooper Clough out in left field. Corbin Thompson, he'll be batting ninth at catcher, and then Titan Tate will be out in right field. Your House of Jump starting lineups for Cedar for the Reds. Stepping up to the plate first tonight will be Crew Giles out in center field, followed by Kyler Callister at catcher. Coulter Bunnell is shortstop tonight. Caden Lund on the mound. Jackson Burgess out in left field. Jacob Boyer on second base. Quade Mackert on first. Price Atwood, batting designated hitter. Payson Briggs in right field, batting 9th, and then Parker Johnson over on third base. That is your starting lineup for the Reds. Right now, Landon Musgrave on the mound, getting warmed up, ready to get things started here to kick off the top of the first inning from Thunder Field.
Oh yeah, it's rolling here, buddy. The sun's coming down, the bugs coming out, we're getting bit. It's baseball season.
That's how we do it around here. We got everything you could ask for a perfect spring baseball game. Especially this time of year, right? Once we hit the middle of May, you expect to start warming up a little bit. If not in southern Utah already, to be really warm, but we'll take this tonight.
Oh,
nice
yeah.
80-degree game to start off with. I'm sure it'll dip down lower once that sun goes behind the hills. Again, starting things off here, Crew Giles coming up.
Leading off for the Reds, playing center field, number 3, Crew Giles.
Crew Giles, a righty. Stepping into the Buck Brand Beef batter's box. If you want some fresh, homegrown Southern Utah beef, those are the guys to call. Or you can also send them an email. The first one, bat on ball, but it goes foul.
There you go, just kind of warming up, getting your arm loose here, seeing what you want to pick at. Nice foul, gets you 1 on the count.
Steps back up. Musgrave delivers right down the pipe, got him swinging, strike 2.
Yeah, you mentioned it, Caden, a little bit of that off speed he's able to put on his ball there, and it drops just down the middle.
Yeah, it looked like his changeup right there, if I'm not mistaken. He kind of took a little off right at the end and swung at it. Got him swinging for strike 3.
Birdie pitch goes just up high enough and gets him, like you said, swinging. And now like that, Landon Musgrave already with 1 strikeout on the board.
And I like that pitch on an 0-2, go a little out of the zone, right? See if he goes chasing something. He already swung at the first 2, so make him swing at the last one. If that's a batter that's going to protect the plate and you know he's going to swing, throw him something a little off. Fouled away by Kyler Callister, who steps up to bat. So right now, Musgrave is 4 strikes in, no balls in to his current pitch count.
Good way to start it off.
Looking for a bunt, pulls back, and a ball. 1-1 count.
A smart check there. Looked like he had no chance at that one.
Especially on a bunt. It was inside and low.
Those are hard to check these days, too. A lot of umps don't give you those.
Pitch. Outside. It's a 2-1. Kyler Callister, left-handed batter here for the Reds. Swung away and fouled.
Yeah, with Landon out here on the mound, you can see them trying to get that out to left field. Just a little bit too late, though, so it's tipping out behind us.
2-2 count to Callister. Swung on and fouled away down the first base line. So he stays alive at the 2-2 count. The Reds with the white pants and the red tops. Thunder wearing the all whites. Pitch is hit right up the middle. It's going to go into center field for a base hit. Seth Wells wasn't able to field it cleanly, but doesn't matter. He stays over there first.
Yeah, gets lucky there a couple times bobbling as he tries to field the ball there, but beautiful line drive there by Callister up to the left center.
So Coulter Bunnell will now step up to the plate. Callister heads back to the dugout, and they put a speed-up runner over there on first. Quieter night over here now that we're into the playoffs. We don't have softball going on behind us, but they got a good rowdy kickball game going on over there today.
Oh yeah, rowdy kickball, and now it looks like we got the stand starting to fill out quite a bit behind us. Not too long here, it looks like we'll have that little dirt dugout up there filled up too.
Musgrave with the pitch. Puts it right down the middle, and it's fouled away. So quick 0-1 count here now to Coulter Bunnell. And I'm sure right now we're at that point in the day where the fielders are perfectly happy with the sun right now, right? It's at their backs, but
the batter might be struggling a little bit. He's wishing he had some of those pit vipers on.
That's right. Look at that runner over there on first, and he gets back down safely.
Musgrave just being smart there on the mound, checking in, making sure nobody gets too comfortable leading off on first.
Landon Musgrave is going to take his game to the next level, playing his college ball up at Grays Harbor in Aberdeen, Washington. Here's the pitch. A little inside. Got it there for a ball. It's a 1-1. So again, only one out here in the top of the first. Scoreless. Count of 1-1. One's across the board. Here's the pitch. Low and in the dirt. 2-1.
And Landon Musgrave really taking his time in between his pitches here, getting settled, making sure he likes what he sees, getting the call in from Thompson, and then firing it away.
Well, until there's a pitch clock in high school, might as well just take that time. You know, and I don't mind pitchers taking time as long as they are at a comfortable pace. You know, I like to see pitchers that are keeping a certain pace. You know, if they're quick and they continue to stay quick, that's great. If you get out of that groove, whatever that groove is, it can be tough. And sometimes as a batter, you need to play into that, right? Batters that take a timeout, throw off that groove a little, it can affect a pitcher. Swung on. That one dropped on him. It's a 2-2 count now.
Yeah, nice pitch there by Musgrave. Like you said, drops low, and he catches Bunnell Sweden. Good chance here to get his second strikeout on the night.
2-2 count, one out, runner on first. Here's the pitch. Another one swung on, missed. Ball is in the dirt. They're going to throw over to second. Got him. And that is a double play.
That's going to go ahead and end it there, just like that.
Yeah, with 2 outs, he ran to second. I don't know. I think the speed up run over there was a little confused, and the ball did hit the dirt, so they had a chance. But again, it's one of those things where he should have just stayed over there at first instead of getting the throw out, because now you get the strikeout and the out at second. So that rounds out the inning with a double play. We'll take a minute break. When we come back, bottom of the first inning here on the Fan Sports Network.
First Ace Hardware is conveniently located in St. George on the corner of Bluff Street and St. George Boulevard with 30,000 square feet of lawn and garden, paint, tools, fabrics, sporting goods, and the most complete nut and bolt section in town. First General Store, the Big Ace store on Bluff and on Main in Cedar City.
Inspired design. Ultra quiet operation. To you, it's a Bryant Evolution cooling system. To us, it's the ultimate machine.
All set.
For the dealer nearest you, visit Bryant.com.
To make sure you are properly protected, call Udine Associates.
Here we go into the bottom of the first inning here on the Fan Sports Network for our Boulevard Home Game of the Week. Want to take this moment to thank some of our sponsors to make tonight's action possible. Hearst Ace Hardware, Wilkinson's House of Lighting, Adams Wealth Advisors, Cache Valley Bank, Jersey Mike's, Nets on Fire, Donut Run, Buck Brand Beef, S&S Mechanical, and Johnson Pediatrics. Got to give a shout out to Landon Musgrave. 2 S&S Mechanical strikeouts in the top of the first inning. He's definitely been on a roll. They went 3 up, 3 down in a strange 3 up, 3 down. A runner did get on first, but a double play happened. So,
and yeah, we talked about that a little bit. It just seemed like there was some confusion on whether to go or not. Then by the time he finally committed, he was already up. Thompson making that throw to the second baseman.
Well, yeah, Thompson was even a little slow making that throw. Again, the ball was in the dirt, so it wasn't like a clean catch and throw. But again, the runner's just a little confused, and I get it. It's a little confusing, right? The ball hits the dirt. That runner, or the strikeout guy, you know, the guy up that just struck out, he has a chance to book it to first.
Yeah.
If it hits the dirt. But that also means if you decide to go to second, they can throw you out over there too, and it also keeps the strikeout in play. So that's what happened. Double play. A low corner pitch that the Desert Hills fans don't agree with comes across for a strike to Jace Fillmore. This one sent right down the middle of the field, bouncing once into the glove of the center fielder for a single.
Beautiful drop on that one there by Fillmore. That goes right out to center like you mentioned. And honestly, you thought for a second that Gales was going to be able to get there, but just no wind. Pushes it right down to the ground.
That brings up Cole DeCastro, shortstop for the Thunder. Again, he was out the other night, just a little bit of soreness, decided to keep it safe and not play against Dixie, and turns out they didn't need him in that game. They beat Dixie anyways here at home at Thunder Field on Friday night last week. Outside pitch, ball 1 to start things off here for Cole DeCastro. We're hitting that point too. The sun went behind the clouds. This is what we like here. Code Lunt with the pitch right down the middle, sending it down left field.
Oh,
it's going back. That's gone.
Just like that, Caden, we saw Cole DeCastro come back and say, I am here, I've arrived, welcome back, and he's going yard out to left field.
That's a donut run, a home run for Cole DeCastro as he trots around the bags and helmet bumps his teammate Jace Fillmore for the 2-run home run. It is now 2-0, no outs, bringing up Kyler Terry.
Beautiful shot there by DeCastro. That thing just sunk there perfectly in the air, and nothing was going to stop that thing from going to bounds.
And it sailed. It absolutely sailed. An early contender for the Bin Blasters blast of the game. Could be the only one if that's the only home run, but it's early. We're early in the game. Kyler Terry up to bat. First pitch comes across as a ball. It's a 1-0 count.
Yeah, we've seen a few nice hits now. Couple for both teams, but none better than the one there by DeCastro.
Fouled away by Kyler Terry. Terry, a guy who's had his fair share of big hits this season. Hagen Reed on deck, another power hitter as well, so this is a tough part of the lineup right now. Curveball sneaks in there. 1-2 count. You know, Coden Lunt, he's a kid that we know has a lot of velocity, right? He's got a strong arm. I like to see that little bit of command from him as well.
Oh, got a little bit away from him there, but like you said, the lefty, Lunt the lefty, coming with some heat here.
Yeah, and you know it was kind of where he wanted to go. The catcher scooted over. He wanted an inside low pitch, but it just kind of got away from him a little too much there. This one popped up. Easy catch. Oh, flies over the head. It falls into play, and now Terry's going to end up on second on just a little blooper of a ball that
Now hitting designated hitter number 24.
And
I thought Coden Lunt was able to make that play, but guess not.
Do we have a replay on that one there by chance? Because I thought Lunt made the play on it, but then he tried to make the throw to first and it just sailed high.
Yeah. Here's a replay on the stream. A little bit of a blooper up top. Yeah, I thought he made that catch there, but.
Well, that's what we talked about too in the pregame, Caden. Got to play clean baseball. You can't have fundamental error just like that. A routine out going over the head of the first baseman. Now you have a guy on second.
Yep, so we'll give him a single with E1. Second pitch hit well. Oh. Shortstop catches it, makes the play.
Good play by Bono there.
That was an amazing catch.
That right out of the sky. You thought it was going to go right past him, but beautiful, beautiful grab by Bono.
Yeah, that was a great catch, and heads up play by Kyler Terry to, instead of take off once he heard bat on ball, right? He hesitated just enough to see where it was going, and it was right in the shortstop's glove. Great play. High pitch. This is Bo Wall up to bat, facing a 1-0 count.
Looks like Lunt's just trying to find that rhythm that you talked about. Not too fast, not too slow, but what's going to work for him? Where is his strike zone, and where is he going to be comfortable getting into that rhythm?
Swung on and missed. It's a 1-1 count here to Wall. 2 runs have come across here in the inning for Desert Hills. It's a 2-0 ball game. Lunt looking over at second. Here's the pitch. A bunt in the air. That sends the player to third. And again, he throws it away, and the runner's going to be safe at first.
And good running that. I mean, again, another thing we thought could be a routine out for the Cedar Reds, but just another good job at getting on base.
Seth Wells comes up to bat now with a runner on first and third. This is a situation we've seen a lot of. Be trying to send that runner over from first to second on a steal here and avoid that forced double play if possible. And any errant throws could send that runner over from third to home. So I'm expecting at some point at this at-bat, that runner over on first base is going to steal.
Oh, yeah. Well, it wasn't not too long ago. I think I was doing the Crimson-Dixie game, and I saw Crimson Cliffs at the very end. They stole from third base home to win the game.
And there he goes, but a strong hit into center field. And it's in the glove, caught. But that is going to tag up the runner from third. And Kyler Terry will score. Bo Wall, who was already standing on second base when the ball was in the glove of center field, he has to head back to first.
Yeah, I thought that one actually had a shot at going out, but just at the end it was able to fall down. So good job by Gals getting it back in, just not quick enough. And like that, Desert Hill now up 3-0.
So Landon Musgrave steps up to the batter's box. Here's the pitch, and it's a ball. 2 outs. 3 runs come across here in the bottom of the first. Again, if you're listening to this on the radio, you can watch this game live over on the fansportsnetwork.com as well. So head on over there, catch this game on the live stream. High pitch to Musgrave, 2-0 is the count. Here's the pitch. Another one. Ooh, late strike call. Had to think about that one for a sec. It's 2-1. 2-1 count.
Never like when the ump has to sit there and hesitate on his call, but he has his zone, and it's up to him.
Yeah. In your mind, if you're hesitating, do you lean strike or do you lean ball? This one hit into the gap. The shortstop tried to come over. It went into the 5-6 hole. The shortstop went to come over because the runner was trying to steal second right as the hit came and went right to where shortstop was standing. So Coulter Bunnell went to cover, and instead an easy single for Landon Musgrave and sends a runner to third.
And Bunnell, the one who made that great play earlier in the inning, grabbing that line drive right out the air. Like you said, just a little caught up on how that ball was rolling through the gap.
And to no fault of his own, by the way, he went to do his job, which is cover the runner coming over to second. That is his job in that play. It's just Landon Musgrave put it in the perfect spot.
It was the perfect spot to hit that ball too.
Cooper Clough now stepping up to the plate. He's got a runner on first and third now as well. Again, 3 runs scored, 2 outs. Reds looking to close it out here, but we have ourselves a rally stop, 2-out rally. After the game, there's no better place to refuel than rally stop. St. George and Cedar City. In the dirt, pass ball, runner comes, and he'll walk it in. He doesn't slide, he takes it all the way through.
And just like that, Bo Wall making it a 4-0 game. Desert Hills Thunder having an incredible first inning.
And that throws the speed up runner for Landon Musgrave over on second now. Pitch a little low in the zone. Got it there, though. It's a 1-1 count.
Now, 20 pitches in, if you're Caden Lund, you just want to get out of this inning. You have your 2 outs. You just need to get that one more. The damage is done, but what can you do to recuperate and come back?
At this point, do that, right?
Yeah, beautiful pitch there.
Good pitch, breaking ball that gets him swinging for strike 2. So 1-2 count here to Cooper Clough, 2 outs, runner on second. The score on the Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard is 4-0 in favor of the Thunder. Lunt with the pitch, popped up, shallow center. Shortstop's going to be there to make the grab.
Good catch there, and that's going to go ahead, retire the side, but not like we said before the damage is done. Desert Hills Thunder before on the board. Cedar still with nothing.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, it's the second inning here on the Fan Sports Network. Don't go anywhere.
Introducing the Clean Can Plan from Bin Blasters. Say goodbye to dirty and smelly garbage cans forever with their convenient subscription service. For just $19.99 a month, you'll get 4 professional cleanings per year. And if your bin needs extra cleanings in between, it's free of charge. Their expert team uses eco-friendly cleaning methods to sanitize your bins and leave them sparkling clean. Right now, get the first month free for the Clean Can Plan. Go to binblasters.com. Bin Blasters, now that's a clean can.
Did you know that St. George News has a new app? Download the St. George News app today and stay up to date on everything happening in Southern Utah. Get instant notifications on news, weather, sports, and more. Download the app today and get your local news now.
Check out this week's edition of TGIF on stgeorgenews.com. TGIF is your weekend adventure guide to all the fun and exciting things going on in Southern Utah this weekend. Find this week's edition at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab. Have a blast this weekend.
Welcome back here to Thunder Field, where the Thunder have the advantage now 4-0 after a really great bottom of the first inning. And now pitcher Coden Lunt's going to be coming back up to the plate. He thought he might have had the chance to hit the batter's box, but a double play to end the top of the first inning put him right back to the dugout, and now he gets his chance to see what he's made of in the batter's box.
Yeah, and the pressure is on just a little bit here now for Cedar. Now you're down 4-0. Again, baseball is a long game, a lot of innings to play, but still, you don't want to let this get away from you early.
Now we're still waiting on something. What do we got? A little bit of a meeting going on the mound, I guess. So Thompson and Musgrave having a bit of a conference before they get started here. So we got a lefty versus lefty action. Musgrave, a lefty on the mound, and Lunt, a lefty in the batter's box. He takes a swing at the first one, misses for strike one.
Yeah, down and out, but he got him peeking.
Second pitch, passed ball. Those passed balls today brought to you by UD and Associates. They're your local American Family Insurance Agency here in St. George. 1-1 count. Swung on that one and missed. 1-2 now to Coden Lunt.
Yeah, Musgrave having a good night. 2 strikeouts so far, on the verge of getting another one here.
Here's the pitch, and got him swinging. S&S Mechanical strikeout. It's his 3rd one of the night. Landon Musgrave finding ways to deal right now.
Yeah, good pitching here from Musgrave tonight, and taking care of business now as Cedar's moving on up.
Brings up Jackson Burgess, playing left field tonight for the Cedar Reds. The righty steps into the box. Musgrave with the pitch. Ooh, inside, well inside. Had to lift up the arms on that one.
Yeah, I thought Burgess might have had a little date with the ball there for a second, but just misses him.
That one low. So it's a quick 2-0 count. If I'm Musgrave, again, he spent that whole first inning slowing it down, slowing down his pitches.
Let's see, maybe he switch it up here with a fastball, catch him a little off guard.
He takes his time, steps off the mound. Burgess, no batting gloves. Very few batters doing that nowadays, but no batting gloves for Burgess.
Keeping it old school.
Yeah, 3-0 count. A little low in the zone. Musgrave ready to deal. And he'll walk him. That one spiked it.
Yeah, just got away from him, and it's all right. You know, you can afford one of those already. Like we mentioned, 3 strikeouts on the night, but you want to rebound here. Don't want to let them start getting a roll here and getting guys on base.
Yeah, you gotta take advantage of the 1 out, no runners on situation, and it's always tough to get a walk there. That does bring up Jacob Boyer, second base here for the Reds. Another lefty here. Musgrave's pitch is outside.
Musgrave coming up on about 23 pitches here so far on the night.
Not too bad through the second inning. If he can keep that below 40, then he'll be in a good spot here to round out the second inning. Gets a strike in there. First one for a little while there for Musgrave.
And sometimes you just need that one to get you right back into your mojo. See if Musgrave can find it and lock it in.
One's across the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, and a runner on first. Musgrave throws over to first, and he's back in time. Now again, earlier today, some action going on for 2 of our local teams in Hurricane and Pineview. Both of those teams lost their games and will play again tomorrow. Of course, it's best out of 3, so they have to win 2, so they still have a chance. Boyer now gets a strike on that last one, so it's a 1-2 count here to Boyer. Again, runner on first. Musgrave, outside pitch. Count is 2-2.
Yeah, just being patient here, trying to see what he can get, but got to put something now together if you're Musgrave. Get another strike, get your momentum back, get yourself another out. You'll be feeling confident.
Again, looks at first, got him.
Oh, nice play there by Musgrave, checking him, not going to let Burgess get too comfortable leading off of first.
And, you know, I was just about to say, and I didn't say it because broadcasters jinx, and I swear I was thinking this. I was like, I have not seen a throw down to first be successful yet all season. I have from the catcher, not from the pitcher.
And just like that,
just like that, it happens. But full count now to Jacob Boyer, that ball in the dirt.
Yeah, going back to the throw out at first there, it looked like Burgess was just a little slow coming back. I don't even think he expected Musgrave to check him there.
Well, and it looked like as soon as Musgrave threw the ball, he jumped the opposite direction. He jumped towards second, and I think it was one of those moments where it's like, oh, I just, you know, I kind of messed that up a little bit. And swung on and missed. It's a strikeout. So Musgrave now with 4 strikeouts through 2 innings. He's faced only 6 batters. You got to be happy with that if you're the Thunder. So with that, we will go to the bottom of the second right after this on the Fan Sports Network.
When it comes to your child's teeth, Dr. Cody and his experienced staff at Johnson Pediatrics Dentistry are game changers. Take advantage now of the new patient special, which includes x-ray exam and cleaning for one low price. Call to schedule your appointment today at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, 656-0511.
Region 10 Sports is brought to you by Nets on Fire, the premier training and event facility in Southern Utah. High-level individual and group training catered to your athlete, plus the best camps, clinics, tournaments, and showcases in the West. Visit netsonfire.org.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you could still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Hello? Cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Hey, it's Sheldon Demke. Check out the latest episode of What's on the Menu, a behind-the-scenes tour of local restaurants. We'll see some of their favorite dishes and get an inside look on how these dishes are prepared. Check out this week's episode at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab.
It's the bottom of the second inning here over at Thunder Field, where the score remains 4-0 on the Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard. Wilkinson's House of Lighting, from bold statements to subtle compliments, Wilkinson's House of Lighting will help you more fully enjoy all the different spaces in your home. I was just talking to Trevor with Wilkinson's House of Lighting today. He came in and we're talking about their lamp room. They have an entire section dedicated to just lamps. So if you want a lamp for your home, that's where you go. Wilkinson's House of Lighting.
Nothing like getting the right lamp to just set the mood for your living room, your kitchen, your bedroom. You got to have something that ties the whole place together, and you can get something like a unique lamp like that.
That's right. Corbin Thompson with 1 ball. Smacks this one center field. It's going back. Oh, he got it at the warning track. Whoa.
What a catch. Beautiful way to track that down all the way, like you mentioned, to the warning track. You thought that had a chance at going out of there. Just absolutely robbing Thompson of a shot.
Crew Giles, early contestant now for our Morgan Pest Control defensive play of the game. It's always tough to go back on a ball too, right? And he did it, and he did it well. That was great, robbing him of a solid shot. Could have been a double, and he sends it for the first out of the inning. Back to the top of the lineup now, Jace Fillmore. First pitch there is the ball. Fouled away. Now 1-1 count. Foul ball is brought to you by Cache Valley Bank, your financial outfitter. Cache Valley Bank, mountains await.
Fillmore already on the board here tonight. 1 hit, 1 run.
Yep, sees that one go by for a ball, 2-1 count. Ooh. Strong hit right in the 5-6 hole. It rolls into left field, and he'll find himself on first base. Again, another single for Jace Fillmore.
Oh, and Johnson almost had it. Just misses the glove on the ground out there. And it's going to shoot out to the outfield. Burgess bringing it in.
Cole DeCastro now, of course, his last at-bat, a home run over the left field wall.
It was out of here.
Very similar situation where he had a runner on first in Jace Fillmore, and he sent it across the second pitch of the at-bat.
Yeah, Fillmore not getting caught sleeping over there. We already saw one throw out at first.
The pitch from Lunt, runner goes. And he gets there in time. Stolen base. Brought to you by Jason Baum with Equity Home Loans.
Yeah, and it looked like Callister just let Boyer off a little bit there. Didn't give him too much help to work with, and because of that, Fillmore able to slide in, safe to second.
Puts him in scoring position now, especially with a hitter like Cole DeCastro up to bat. He's the kind of guy that can put it out there and in a gap and potentially put that runner home. Instead, he goes with the bunt right back to Coden Lunt. The throw over to first is there, but that does sacrifice himself and send the runner over to third.
Yeah, that gets Fillmore set up on third now, and it's a good opportunity for Desert Hills to try to get another one up on the board now.
Especially with Kyler Terry, he singled his last at-bat and then ended up on second with an error. The umpire trying to direct the other umpires on where to go.
And I wonder how much the sun's going to start to affect these batters here as it's just starting to creep down behind the mountains.
Inside for a ball. And I think they're just off enough. If this field was tilted a little more towards the southwest, then maybe it'd be more of a factor, but I feel like it's not horrible, but it's not good either. Strong hit, that's gonna bring in a run.
Yeah,
takes a hop to center, and it'll be a solid RBI single for Kyler Terry.
Terry's not worried about the sun. He's been doing this already. Tao's second single on the night, another RBI, and that makes it 5-0. Desert Hills Thunder on top.
So that's 2 singles now for Kyler Terry. Jace Fillmore's had 2 singles. Hagen Reed now, designated hitter. He's up to bat. And first pitch, strike. Second pitch, 2 breaking balls in a row. Oh, 2 count, 2 outs. Runner on first, and in the score right now on the Wilkinson's House Lighting scoreboard, 5-0. Pitch is high, 1-2 count.
Yep, Coden Lunt now coming up on, I think it is his 34th pitch here, so starting to feel a little bit of that fatigue. Like you said, you want to stay around that 40 range as you're going into the bottom of the second.
Pitch inside. Whew. Well inside. Hagen Reed had to turn on that one.
Man, I don't know about you, Katie, but I've been hit once or twice by a pitch, and it does not feel good, man. It is killer.
It is not good. I've been hit in the center of the back. I've been hit in the back of the leg, and I can tell you, just from those few times, this one's hit into the gap between 3 and 4. That's going to slow up the runner at second. He could have gone to third, but he kind of slipped around the bag and put a stop on it.
Baseman number 3, ball.
But yeah, to answer your question, it doesn't matter where you put it. It doesn't feel good to get hit by a baseball.
No, know, there used to be the lifelong debate as, do you eat the hit and get the sacrifice walk, or do you just try to move and hope it's a ball and live another pitch?
You know, I've always been a kid with not a lot of meat on my bones, so getting hit by a ball does not feel too good. I'm the kind of person where I say, I'm not turning on it, I'm ducking.
Yep, live for another pitch.
I will fight for that at bat, but I'm not heading to first. That's probably the dumb answer, but it's mine.
Oh no, it's not.
My selfish answer.
One of the best stories I ever had is one of my friends and I. We were watching a good buddy of ours. He was playing. Oh,
strong
that's a shot.
hit,
That's
right
going.
Field.
That's out of here. No.
Oh, robbed again. Another one on the warning track.
They are getting so close here tonight, but it is just not enough.
Fly ball out to right field. Your story when we come back after this here on the Fan Sports Network. Stick around.
I'm Aaron Crane, host of the Region 10 Recap. Want to relive the highlights of the game? Look for the Region 10 Recap every week. Just follow St. George News on Facebook or go to stgeorgenews.com.
We are Utah's financial outfitter, and we're here when it's time for your business to climb higher. Cache Valley Bank, mountains away. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
As a local business owner, it's important to get the word out about your business. More people equals more revenue for you. Get your business in front of over 160,000 people in southern Utah each week with St. George News. Contact St. George News today.
First Ace Hardware is conveniently located in St. George on the corner of Bluff Street and St. George Boulevard with 30,000 square feet of lawn and garden, paint, tools, fabrics, sporting goods, and the most complete nut and bolt section in town. First General Store, the Big Ace store on Bluff and on Main in Cedar City.
76988 and 12526390. Equal opportunity lender.
We got the YMCA rocking and rolling over here as we hop into the top of the third inning, and the crowd participation is mediocre.
Yeah.
We got the softball team doing
I was going to say, we got about 7 girls over there doing the YMCA, but I think we still need to get some more participation from the rest of the crowd.
Yeah, it's a little rough. You were telling us a story before we went to break.
Yeah, so one of the best stories I ever had about baseball was me and a good friend of mine were watching our friend play, and we were going back and forth. This is about us trying to play in high school, and we both decided we're football player, basketball players. We're not good at baseball.
Yeah,
we'll stay away from the diamond. He looks at me and said, one of the things I'm worried about most is what if a pitch hits me in the head? I was like, man, that doesn't happen all that often. That's so rare. And I kid you not, our friend is at the bat. The very next pitch, he takes a pitch right to the head. My buddy looked at me, he's all, I'm never getting on the diamond.
Oh, man. This is coming from a football player, right?
Oh, yeah.
Taking hits.
You could take a hit from a guy, but nothing like a 90-mile-per-hour fastball catching you side-eye.
That fastball's deadly. The first pitch to Quade Mackert is a ball. His first at-bat here tonight. Swinging and missing at that one for strike number 1. Landon Musgrave is dealing tonight, too. He's faced 6 batters here through 2 innings, 6 batters, 4 strikeouts. The defense has been able to cover everything else. This one swung on and missed for strike 2. I will say part of the second out of last inning was up to him. He picked off that runner over there at first base.
Yep, and like you mentioned, we hadn't seen one of those quite some time so far this season, and here we are, first night of playoffs. Landon Musgrave picking the guy off first.
Popped up, and it goes out of play.
Yeah, there might be somebody in the kickball field yelling for.
Yeah, it's kind of a cloudy day, just not a ton, but we have clouds right over us. And the baseball kind of getting lost in the clouds on that pop fly. So we'll see if that becomes an issue. Stay strong on a 1-2 count. That one low in the dirt. They're saying he went for it. So they'll throw it down to first, and he'll be out on a strikeout.
Yep, 1 up, 1 down. Easy money there for Landon Musgrave.
Give him his 5th K of the night, and we move on to Price Atwood.
Price Atwood.
He's batting as the designated hitter here tonight. Atwood, one of our lefty batters here in Region 10 for the Reds. Here's the pitch, high. That'll be ball 1. Good strong swing, and it pulls foul for first strike. Kind of 1-1.
Yeah, good contact a little early on it. Shoots it out right field.
It's a lefty-lefty battle here. Musgrave delivers. Swung on and missed.
Got him.
Is that solid changeup that he has on him. Again, he has such a good changeup where it just puts on the brakes right at the last second. And he caught him with the same pitch. Strikeout number 2 of the inning.
And both times you see Mac just turn away, give a little slam to the bat, and just show some frustration. I mean, Musgrave really on point here tonight.
Yeah. 6 strikeouts now against 8 batters. Brings up Payson Briggs, the 9th batter of the lineup. Swung on and missed with the fastball for strike 1. Payson Briggs just barely making that play out there in right field to close out the top of the 3rd inning.
Ooh, good strike there from Musgrave.
Yeah, now facing a 0-2 count here to Briggs. And the pitch. Inside, caught the zone, caught him looking. 3 up, 3 down for Landon Musgrave. Another S&S Mechanical strikeout. And we will head now to the bottom of the 3rd here on the Fan Sports Network.
Inspired design. Ultra quiet operation. To you, it's a Bryant Evolution cooling system. To us, it's the ultimate machine.
All set.
For the dealer nearest you, visit Bryant.com.
Did you know that St. George News has a new app? Download the St. George News app today and stay up to date on everything happening in Southern Utah. Get instant notifications on news, weather, sports, and more. Download the app today and get your local news now. AdamsWealthAdvisors.com today.
So let's take a look here as we hop into the bottom of the 3rd inning. Some of our stats brought to you by Adams Wealth Advisors. Adams Wealth Advisors, you can visit them at adamswealthadvisors.com. Get your help reaching financial goals. So, Landon Musgrave, we mentioned he's dealing. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 strikeouts to 9 batters.
He is definitely one of our candidates here tonight for one of our players of the game. I mean, that is a beautiful stat line opening off the playoffs.
Facing a 2-0 count now is Seth Wells, leadoff batter here in the bottom of the 3rd. Low and outside, 3-0 count. At this point, just get something across the plate if you're Coden Lund. In the pitch, and he got it there. He was close, but he got it there. 3-1 count now to Seth Wells. Now, where's Lunt at on his pitch count? He's got to be...
He's right at 42
there, right?
here, yep.
42, about halfway there.
Oh,
well hit,
nice
center
shot.
field. It should be, oh, it drops in. And he hesitated for second base, so he instead backtracks to first. Seth Wells had the potential there for a double, but he keeps it a single.
Yeah, and Giles goes for the ball, just misses it, glove flies off. Good job, though, by Briggs to stay with the play, grab the ball, reel it in, and make sure that only stays to a single.
Landon Musgrave now stepping up to the plate. He had a single at his last at bat.
Musgrave doing it all over the mound tonight. Let's see what he does up to bat here. Already 1 for 1 here on the night.
Pitch, it's pulled away from a bunt. Runner slides into second, safe on the stolen base, brought to you by Bay Equity Home Loans and Jason Baum.
And that's 2 times now. Callister has kind of shown some frustration as he tries to make that throw over to second and just can't quite put it on the money to get the tag out.
And the timing on it was just about there. It was pretty close, but the target was not quite there. Fouled away by Musgrave. He's now at a 1-1 count. Want to remind our listeners on the radio that you can go watch this game live over on thefansportsnetwork.com. Here in our first game of the Super Regional matchup between the Desert Hills Thunder and the Cedar Reds. Outside pitch, 2-1 count.
For a second there, it looked like Callister was thinking maybe bringing it up to Lund, having a talk with Coden, but just coming right back to the plate, gonna let him do him. Guy who's been pretty successful in the year as far as strikeout numbers, but still not his best night so far.
Lunt with the pitch. Musgrave missing on that swing. It's a 2-2 count. Runner on second, no outs. Timeout taken. And we will reset things here. Outside pitch, full count now for Landon Musgrave.
Wells really is leading off a second there. I'm looking at him, and he's almost daring Lund to try to check him.
Well, and you can see that second baseman, he's trying to stay close to the bag in case they want to throw down a second, but that's opening up a huge gap for this lefty hitter. But instead, they'll walk Musgrave.
Yeah, good play there for Desert Hills. Still no outs, 2 runners on. Really in a good position now to get some more scores on the board.
In a good position, too, at this point, as speed up runner's going to come out here for Musgrave, and then they're also going to have a little bit of a meeting out there on the mound for Coden Lunt. I believe this is the first meeting they've had with him this game. But not sure if there's going to be a pitching change or if they're just going to say, hey,
just
you
check
got
in.
this, just calm down, breathe.
Yeah, give him a little tap on the back and let him know, hey, that we've been here before. How are you going to rebound?
Yep.
It looks like the decision is to keep him out on the mound for now.
Put Seth Wells, he'll head back to second. Again, our speed up runner for Landon Musgrave over on first. And Cooper Clough to step up into the Buck brand beef batter's box. Again, if you want some fresh, homegrown here in Southern Utah beef, send an email. Go to buckbrand@gmail.com, or you can give them a call, 435-644-2825.
Go!
No outs. Runner on first and second. Pitch is low for Cooper Clough. Again, the score on the Wilkinson's House Lighting scoreboard, it is 5-0 Thunder lead here in the bottom of the third. Strong hit to center. It should be play made, and he's going to tag up from second, running for third. The throw, it's on time, but not on target. He will make it over to third safely.
Impressive throw still. I mean, Briggs getting that all the way from right field to third base in one throw. Just a little bit off of the plate, so yeah, the runner will be safe, but still impressive to get it all the way there in one throw.
Now Corbin Thompson will step up. He sent one into a very similar spot to where that last one went. Sent it out there to center, and big play made as Thompson was stretching for that center field wall, which they mark it at 350. Again, had he sent that into left field, he might have had that one over, but instead the play is made in center. That pitch is a strike. Runner on first and third. And you can tell that runner on first is really thinking about turning the wheels on and moving over there to second.
Yeah, this is a good position now for the Thunder. And just like that, a good shot up the middle, but a nice
double play. Double play is not there. A run scores. He'll head to third or head to second, and he will be there safely. So Seth Wells will come around to score.
Now hitting second baseman number 21.
You gotta play clean baseball. Can't let those throws get away from you. You had a chance for a double and end up getting a guy on second and an RBI. So you just, it hurts if you're a Cedar Reds fan watching that. You just want to see a little bit cleaner baseball, and this game could look much different.
Yeah, there's been too many errors in this game right now for the Reds. I don't know how many they've actually counted as errors, but it's at least 2, if not 3.
I mean, we've had the pitch over the first baseman, the one behind him, and then we had the fumble out in center field.
And luckily that one just held up a runner at first. You know, he didn't actually end up moving, but that throw in the dirt. 1-0 count now to Jace Fillmore, who's, again, top of the lineup. This is his third at-bat. He's had 2 singles.
Yep, Coden Lunt now at 53 pitches on the night.
Lunt looking at second, looks back, and the pitch. Strong hit over to shortstop, making that play to first, and he gets it there. So a little 6-3 will end the inning, but not after 1 run gets on the board for Desert Hills, making it a score of 6-0. When we come back, we'll be back to the top of the 4th inning here on the Fan Sports Network. Don't go anywhere.
First Ace Hardware is conveniently located in St. George on the corner of Bluff Street and St. George Boulevard with 30,000 square feet of lawn and garden, paint, tools, fabrics, sporting goods, and the most complete nut and bolt section in town. First General Store, the Big Ace store on Bluff and on Main in Cedar City. Here to the Fan Sports Network. It's our Boulevard home game of the week where the score is 6-0. The Thunder lead over the Reds. And we're going to be seeing the top of the lineup back around. It's Crew Giles, center fielder. Made a couple of good plays out there for the Reds today.
See what Landon Musgrave's got in store. One of his best nights we've seen so far this season pitching. 40 pitches on the night, and he's got 7 strikeouts.
Musgrave ready to deal. Pitch, got him swinging, strike 1.
Picking up where he left off.
Here's the pitch. Well hit, right down the line. Clough making the play out there in left field. It's a stand-up double. Good hit by Crew Giles to get things started for the Reds.
Yeah, Crew put the wheels on for that one, too. When he got rolling, he really rounded out first. He didn't look back. He didn't hesitate at all. That was double or nothing for him.
Kyler Calster now stepping up. He's catcher tonight for the Reds. Just a reminder, the winner of this series will move on to face the winner of the Mountain Crest and Logan series. And based off of favorites, it would be Mountain Crest. Logan has yet to win a game all season long. So if they pull out any wins here, that would be tough, but
it'd be quite the playoff miracle.
Yep, so the winner of this series more than likely to face Mountain Crest, but again, anything can happen. It's baseball.
Playoffs, you never know. Always expect the unexpected, as our good friend Double D likes to say, Devin Dixon.
Musgrave had checked that runner at second. Now he pitches. This one popped up, just foul, and Terry thought about going over and trying to grab it, but didn't have the umph and the jump on it.
I was gonna say,
get it.
I think if he just put a little bit more, I don't want to question it, but just a little more effort, he might have had that one.
It seemed like it was close. It's one of those where if you don't second guess yourselves and maybe you go for it, then sure. But I think he was like, is that far enough away? I don't know. And then by the time I went for it, it was a little too far out of hand.
Yeah, and it is funny. I think we got some of our former Thunder baseball players here in the stands behind us, and you can hear them yelling out to some of their guys saying, hey, you got to go for that. So
they're heckling him a little on it.
Always fun to see when some alumni of the program, or even just when you get the support from the student body to come out and cheer on their teams, egg them on. That type of stuff is really good for school spirit.
Yeah, absolutely. 0-2 count here to Kyler Callister. Callister went to bunt on that last one, and it was outside, but he never pulled the bat back, so they got him on a strike call. Here's the pitch. It's outside. Good job by Thompson to stay in front of that one. 1-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strikeout.
Musgrave keeping it going. It's been money for him tonight. I mean, this guy's putting together quite the tape here tonight for our AWP player of the game.
Well, of the 9 batters in the lineup, he's struck out 8 of them.
Impressive there.
To put that into perspective, when you've faced 11 total batters, 2 of them have come through. This is now the 3rd batter to come through for a 2nd time. And you have 8 strikeouts. That's impressive. This one sent out into shallow center. It drops in. Runner's going to go to 3rd and advance, and that puts a runner on 1st. The Reds looking to finally get a run on the board here now with the runner in scoring position on 3rd and only 1 out.
Yeah, Cedar starting to show a little bit of fight here, a little bit of life in them. They're starting to get the bat swinging, get some guys on base, and now it's all about capitalizing on the opportunity at hand. You have a runner on 1st, you got a runner on 3rd. What are you going to do now?
Coden Lunt now stepping up to the plate. We check that runner at 1st, and he's back.
No issue getting back there for Buntle.
That's that could be a gutsy call to do, because if you overthrow that, a run scores.
Oh, yeah. This is exactly the opportunity that Cedar's looking for.
Ball on the ground, but he stays in front of it. Good move by Thompson there, but it's a 1-0 count now to Coden Lunt. Popped up. It's in play. Can Terry make the catch? And he does. 2 outs now.
almost all the way over. He got lucky that that ball took quite some time to drop back down.
Yeah, he had plenty of time to get back over to first. So 2 outs, runner on first and third. Cedar looking to try to get some runs going here. Here's the pitch. And it'll just sail foul down the third baseline. This is Jackson Burgess up to bat now for the Reds, left fielder.
Musgrave really trying to put this inning away before it gets a little momentum for Cedar. 2 outs now, 1 strike.
Here's the pitch. They're thinking about throwing that runner down, but not sure what we just had happen there, but the run trots on into home. I guess there was some sort of an interference or something. I'm not sure.
Pitcher, no, it wouldn't be.
Well, he faked the throw down to second, and then they allowed the run to come in to score. But again, no throw down, so.
Well, I mean, that does get Cedar on the board then, and that makes it a 6-1 game, so. Yeah, hey, you'll take it where you can, right?
Yeah. It's an 0-2 count for Jackson Burgess. Pitch, set foul. Good aggressive base running right now by the Reds. That's what I like to see. Is, you know that this is a do or die kind of game, and I know that this one, it's okay. You can sneak away without winning this one, but they're not trying to play that way, right? They want to win this game. They don't want to have to play from behind.
Definitely not going into the weekend.
Musgrave went to pick off the runner at second, but there was nobody there covering the bag, so he throws it into center field. But luckily, Seth Wells was there to back it up. So no runner advances, but still 2 outs, 2 strikes. Musgrave with the pitch. It's high, pass ball, that'll send a runner over to third.
And this is the kind of momentum now that Cedar needs. This is the best opportunity they've had all game to get another runner in.
Again, 1-2 count here. Here's the pitch. Popped up. Coming in on it, I believe it's going to be made over there by Cole DeCastro for out number 3. And Cedar gets 1 run in through the inning, so now that's a score of 6-1. The Thunder still on top as we go to the bottom of the 4th here on the Fan Sports Network. Stick around.
Adams Wealth Advisory is a financial planning firm that is combined with an investment firm to provide the best possible outcomes for our clients.
I always believe if you're intentional with your financial plan, things are going to work out really well for you.
Visit AdamsWealthAdvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you could still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Oh, cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Hey, it's Sheldon Demke. Check out the latest episode of What's on the Menu, a behind-the-scenes tour of local restaurants. We'll see some of their favorite dishes and get an inside look on how these dishes are prepared. Check out this week's episode at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab.
I'm Aaron Crane, host of the Region 10 Recap. Want to relive the highlights of the game? Look for the Region 10 Recap every week. Just follow St. George News on Facebook or go to stgeorgenews.com.
Make sure you are properly protected. Call Udine Associates.
On the Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard, it's 6-1, the Thunder leading. The Reds finally able to get on the board in the top of the 4th inning. Cole DeCastro, who made the play there to retire the side, will step up to the batter's box here to lead things off.
And now we got some good weather going. We got the sun down, lights out, no, what is it? Heavy winds, we'll call it. I mean, this is beautiful.
A tiny breeze in the batter's favor, though. Just a little bit. First pitch to Cole DeCastro, outside for ball 1. Now don't forget, Cole DeCastro already sent one over the left field wall.
Sure, he's thinking about lining another one up.
And that one's low for ball 2. And then he tricked all of us. Went with the sack bunt. Sent Jace Fillmore crossed over to scoring position at 3rd. Fouls this one away to make it a 2-1 count. Here's the pitch from Lunt. Again, fouled away. Counts even at 2. Here's the pitch.
There's a good
fair
shot.
Ball right down the first base line. It rolls into right field. He's going to go for second, probably for third.
Yeah, he
will.
He's thinking about it.
And he'll get there easily with a stand-up triple.
Wow.
Cole DeCastro.
Wow. The home run, the sacrifice bunt, and then coming back out for that third at-bat with a beautiful triple there.
And if you're going to hit a triple, that's the best place to put it. Send it right over that first base bag. He put it right into the corner of the right field wall. Had no slowing down.
Just driven beautiful down the line there.
So Kyler Terry had a couple of singles so far. He's 2 for 2 tonight. Outside and high, ball 1. The pitch hit well. Left center, going back. Wow.
Gee.
Beautiful. And it's gone.
For a second, I couldn't even tell.
The umpire kind of stepped in front of us, but it just sailed. A 2-run homer for Kyler Terry.
Kyler Terry.
As he trots across, steps on home.
Looked like it went just over that left center field wall.
Here's the replay for those watching at home. Again, sends it left center. Just an absolute bomb. A donut run, home run for Kyler Terry. By the way, a part of the Bin Blasters crew, one of the founding members of Bin Blasters. He's also throwing in some Bin Blasters blasts of the game here, too.
Oh, yeah, and this was one of those where, for a second, I was trying to catch myself. I've already thought tonight we saw a couple go out that way. I said they were gone, and then they ended up getting caught down at the warning track. This one, I didn't want to jinx myself, but here it goes, right over that wall. Beautiful, beautiful shot.
Yep. Pitching change happening here for the Reds. Coulter Bunnell's going to step up and warm up here to trade out Coden Lunt. So we'll step aside for a minute with the pitching change, and we will be back right after this.
As a local business owner, it's important to get the word out about your business. More people equals more revenue for you. Get your business in front of over 160,000 people in southern Utah each week with St. George News. Contact St. George News today.
Region 10 Sports is brought to you by Nets on Fire, the premier training and event facility in southern Utah. High-level individual and group training catered to your athlete, plus the best camps, clinics, tournaments, and showcases in the West. Visit netsonfire.org.
Check out this week's edition of TGIF on stgeorgenews.com. TGIF is your weekend adventure guide to all the fun and exciting things going on in southern Utah this weekend. Find this week's edition at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab. Have a blast this weekend.
Did you know that St. George News has a new app? Download the St. George News app today and stay up to date on everything happening in Southern Utah. Get instant notifications on news, weather, sports, and more. Download the app today and get your local news now.
Is who we are.
Welcome back in to the Boulevard Home Game of the Week, part of our super regional coverage here between the Desert Hills Thunder and the Cedar Reds. Just a reminder, our Nets on Fire pitching change happening right now. Nets on Fire is your premier training and event facility in Southern Utah. Cater to your athlete. Go to netsonfire.org. Coulter Bunnell now on the mound. He sends the first pitch outside for ball one to Hagen Reed.
Yeah, he's going to have to probably get a couple pitches under his belt here before he starts getting comfortable finding that strike zone. This was a guy who was playing shortstop for majority of the game.
The second pitch is low for ball two. Yeah, so Coden Lunt goes over to first. Johnson, who was over at third, moves over to shortstop. And Quade Mackert, who was at first, goes to third.
Nice little shuffle of the bags there.
Hagen Reed now facing a 2-1 count. Here's the pitch. And it's low. In the dirt, 3-1. Still no outs yet. 2 runs have come across the score off of the Kyler Terry donut run home run. You can start your mornings over at Donut Run. Not too far from where we are over here at Desert Hills High School, just off Brigham Road by KB Express. Off the end of the bat, but sends it right into the glove of Johnson.
Good catch there.
First baseman number 3, Bo Wall.
And that'll get the first out of the inning on the board. Bo Wall now steps up. He flew out to right field his last at bat. Had a single, his first.
Yeah, he has 1 RBI so far on that night.
Pitch is fouled away.
And you know, right now, Bunnell will take them. If they're getting fouled, still counts as a strike for them.
Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, got it down in there. That was a beautiful pitch there.
Yeah, that was the best pitch he's had so far on the night. 7th pitch. Sometimes it just takes a little bit. You got to get your arm back into it. Like I said, you go from shortstop and you're trying to drill down runners. It's a little bit different now when you got the guys at the plate.
But Wall fouls that one away to stay alive with an 0-2 count. Again, 1 out, no one on. Here's the pitch. A little high in the zone. It's ball 1. Here's the pitch. It's low. It's 2-2 count.
Wall being patient here. Just waiting for that right one down the middle.
And the pitch outside, full count. After starting with an 0-2 count, Bo Wall here's worked it full. Here's the pitch from Bunnell. Swung on, missed.
Good pitch right there. Wall had the chance to maybe wait on it, see where it was, but he protecting his plate. Wells up the bat. Fouls the first one off.
Bunts one on top of his own dugout over there. Seth Wells will step back up to the plate here, facing 2 outs and a count of 0-1.
He's got the one hit so far on the night, 1 for 1.
That one's low, and 1-1.
Callister starting to take a little bit of a beating there playing catcher. He's caught his body flown out a little, few times now.
If you're a pitcher, you're always happy to see a catcher that will put his body on the line and
make sure it doesn't get away from him.
Yeah. In this situation, doesn't matter too much with no runners on. Now facing a 2-1 count. Slight breeze now coming in from behind as this one's sent high and deep. Oh, and did he get it at the warning track? No, he dropped it. Oh. He bobbled it.
Couldn't tell from this angle at first. It looked like he had the easy catch, but like you mentioned, just a little bit of the bobble. Says keep him running. Wells
that
gets
one,
the second.
And again, another one that I feel like was just right there from being robbed. That would have, I think that might have gone over. He was standing against the wall and knocked the ball down. Again, it just wasn't able to wrap around it. So Seth Wells finds himself on with a double. And now Landon Musgrave steps back up. He walked his last at bat. He's 1 for 1 with the walk. Now runner on second, 2 outs. Ball away and in the dirt. 1-0. Here's the pitch. Popped up. It's going to left field. And he makes the play. Burgess without number 3. And 2 runs will score that inning, making the score 8-1 as we go to the top of the 5th here from Thunder Field. Stick around. We'll be back right after this on the Fan Sports Network.
We are Utah's financial outfitter, and we're here when it's time for your business to climb higher. Cass Valley Bank, mountains await. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Inspired design. Ultra quiet operation. To you, it's a Bryant Evolution cooling system. To us, it's the ultimate machine.
All set.
For the dealer nearest you, visit Bryant.com.
Welcome back into the Boulevard Home Game of the Week. Want to thank one of our great sponsors for our playoffs. Intermountain Sports Performance. They have 5 locations across the state from Logan to St. George. Now spots are filling up fast for their summer training athletes as young as 10 years old. So make sure that you can go sign up your kid over at Intermountain Sports Performance. You can give them a call today, 435-251-2299. Now again, the score on the board right now, 8-1. The Reds will hit back up in the batter's box. Jacob Boyer will be leading off. And again, the Reds finally able to get on the board there in the 4th inning. It was looking all Thunder throughout the first 3 innings. And then finally in the top of the 4th, Crew Giles hits a double. Some aggressive base running, sends him on home. And now again, lefty Jacob Boyer. Landon Musgrave still on the mound right now through the 5th inning. Strong hit, but he pulls it foul. Struck out his last at-bat, but again, common occurrence for a lot of these Reds here where Landon Musgrave through the first round of the batting order Struck out 7 of the 9.
Yeah, and you want to keep that momentum going here. Last inning, you did see Cedar get a little bit of action going. They got some hits, got some guys on base, and we had that funky where we think it might have been an interaction or maybe the catcher's balk, but they did end up sending the runner home.
Now 1-2 count. That one's tipped away, foul. Here's the pitch. Got it in there. Dropped it in with an off speed for another strikeout.
Looking good here now. I have that as 9 now on the night for Musgrave. Sheesh. He is just tearing it up today.
I got to keep tallies. I can't just keep going through and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, counting up the Ks. Fouled away on the first pitch here to Quade Mackert. Again, Quade Mackert started out on first base, is now moved over to third.
And I'm sure you can guess that Musgrave trying to make quick work here of this inning.
Yeah, he wants to get out of it as soon as possible.
Knowing that him and his guys have had such success hitting the ball tonight, he's just trying to get them another shot.
Pitch, swung on, missed. It's a 1-2 count now to Mackert. Musgrave's feeling it. You can tell. He just seems confident out there.
Looks calm, looks poised, and just really he's been surgical with his pitches. Everywhere he wants to put the ball, it's been going.
Ooh, just a little nick of the bat will keep Mackert alive there.
That was another good pitch by Musgrave.
Yeah, I think that was his curveball there. Here's the pitch. Change up. Got him.
Nice. Nice little curve there, man. I mean, I watched that one just drop and again, subtly.
He can put the brakes on it with that off speed, you know? It's just, he has, and we talked about this in the pregame, right? He's got the control.
Yes.
You know, he's got some amazing control of his off-speed pitches.
And as a batter, that just makes it so much more challenging when you go up swinging. I mean, you can't just go swinging to the fences on guys like that.
This is Price Atwood now up to the bat. Swung on a missed. 1-1 is the count. 2 strikeouts for the first 2 outs here of this inning. And that is 10 strikeouts on the night. High pitch. 1-2 is the count. When was the last time you saw 10 strikeouts from a pitcher in a game?
Actually, I believe it was last week. I was watching, it was either Javen Ross or Aaron Morris with 11.
He swung on that one, and I think he fouled it off. He fouled it off himself.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier. Would you rather eat the pitch or would you rather live for another? This is one of those where you don't get to make the choice.
And again, you can see on the replay there, it looks like he fouls it off and hits his leg. So trying to walk it off.
Little stinger.
Yeah, that's tough. You never like to see that, but coach comes over and puts a hand on the shoulder, gives him words of encouragement. Again, he tries to walk it off a little bit here. Yeah, I think that hit him kind of top of the ankle is what it looked like. Do we have the replay on that again?
Right in that high ankle shin area. But he's looking all right here. It looks like he's going to step back up.
So he fouls it off. It actually hits the dirt first, from what I can tell, and then bounces back into the leg. But it hits right on that bone on the ankle. Never. It's not a comfortable feeling.
No, it reminds me of back in the day when you had those Razor scooters and they would hit your ankle.
Yeah, it spins around and hits you in the ankle. It's not fun. It doesn't feel good. But he's back at it. You got to admire the kid's tenacity here, facing a 2-2 count. And he's caught looking, a little surprised by that one. It was.
I was a little surprised by that.
It was a little
too.
outside.
It was a little outside, but I think
Caught
this is
caught enough of the zone for him. Well, there you go. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts, 3 of them looking. So with that, 11 strikeouts now for Musgrave through the 5th inning. We go to the bottom of the 5th when we come back on the Fan Sports Network.
First Ace Hardware is conveniently located in St. George on the corner of Bluff Street and St. George Boulevard with 30,000 square feet of lawn and garden, paint, tools, fabrics, sporting goods, and the most complete nut and bolt section in town. First General Store, the Big Ace store on Bluff and on Main in Cedar City.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Hello? Cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Hey, it's Sheldon Demke. Check out the latest episode of What's on the Menu, a behind-the-scenes tour of local restaurants. We'll see some of their favorite dishes and get an inside look on how these dishes are prepared. Check out this week's episode at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab.
Adams Wealth Advisory is a financial planning firm that is combined with an investment firm to provide the best possible outcomes for our clients.
I always believe if you're intentional with your financial plan, things are going to work out really well for you.
Visit AdamsWealthAdvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today.
Welcome back here to the Boulevard Home Game of the Week. The score is 8-1. Landon Musgrave just absolutely dealing 11 strikeouts now for the senior. And now we go to the bottom of the 5th where Cooper Clough will lead off. Corbin Thompson on deck. Little low. Coulter Bunnell on the mound tonight right now for the Reds. He's the second pitcher that we've seen for the Reds tonight.
Started at shortstop, came in for pitcher, and then we saw quite the shuffle around the bags.
Man, Cooper Clough put some air under that one, but sends it way foul. This Thunder team is hitting the ball well. They're putting distance on it, but I got to give the Reds credit because they've been able to track a lot of them down and make the outs where needed.
Score definitely is a lot closer than it could be, and like you said, part of that is the tracking down of the ball, is catching it on the warning track. We mentioned that last inning where we had it looked like a reach over the fence to get the out.
Popped up, it's going to left field. Burgess makes the play.
Now hitting for the Thunder, catcher number 20, Corbin Thompson.
Burgess made the last out on a Landon Musgrave fly ball, and Corbin Thompson will now step up. One out on the board. Here's the pitch. Good command on that one, dropped in for a strike. And the next outside, 1-1 count. Great pitch by Bunnell. Caught the outside edge for Corbin Thompson. Now he's facing a 1-2.
Bunnell with 25 pitches here so far tonight.
He's still early in his time on the mound. Pass ball. And got there in time. The pass ball, runner took off for first, but the throw gets there in time.
Yeah, it was a close one. Looked like that could have gone any way there, but good out made by the Cedar Reds.
So give him a strikeout in the stat book, and that'll be 2 outs now. And Jace Fillmore steps up. He's 2 for 3.
Bunnell might be making a case for our Jersey Mike sub player of the game here. Come in already with a couple strikeouts now.
Very much so. And his command again with another curveball there that just drops right through the perfect spot of the zone for a strike. Here's the pitch. Little inside, but they give him the call for strike number 2. 0-2 count, 2 outs, no one on. And the pitch. Outside and in the dirt, that's now 1-2.
Yeah, just Fillmore already 2 for 3 on the night. Saw him with the sacrifice fly, so just a guy kind of taking his time here.
And got him swinging.
Good inning there by the Cedar Reds. In and out just like that.
Yeah, 3 up, 3 down. You take it when you can get it there in the 5th inning. We will now head to the top of the 6th when we come back here on the Fan Sports Network. Stick around.
I'm Aaron Crane, host of the Region 10 Recap. Want to relive the highlights of the game? Look for the Region 10 Recap every week. Just follow St. George News on Facebook or go to stgeorgenews.com.
Check out this week's edition of TGIF on stgeorgenews.com. TGIF is your weekend adventure guide to all the fun and exciting things going on in Southern Utah this weekend. Find this week's edition at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab. Have a blast this weekend.
We are Utah's financial outfitter, and we're here when it's time for your business to climb higher. Cache Valley Bank, mountains await. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Region 10 Sports is brought to you by Nets on Fire, the premier training and event facility in Southern Utah. High-level individual and group training catered to your athlete, plus the best camps, clinics, tournaments, and showcases in the West. Visit netsonfire.org.
Clean can.
It's the 6th inning here on the Fan Sports Network as we broadcast from Thunder Field, where the Desert Hills Thunder lead over the Cedar Reds 8-1. The Reds going to be stepping up here to the batter's box here shortly to try to break down that lead a little bit more.
Looks like we got a new pitcher in the game now. Turner coming in.
Pitcher for the Desert Hills Thunder, number 11, Kaysen Turner.
Yep, Kaysen Turner. He's been a solid reliever here for the Thunder this season. And with that, Landon Musgrave will round off the night with 11 strikeouts.
Yeah, what a night for him. 68 pitches, 47 strikes, 11 of them being strikeouts. I mean, got to say, he's definitely in the conversation tonight for AWP Player of the Game.
100%, especially with tonight for his earned runs. He's only allowed the 1. And then you look at hits that he's allowed as well. I mean, he's allowed, if you count them up, 1, 2, 3 hits total. Yeah. 3 hits, 1 run. You'll take that, right? That's really not a bad night at all. I mean, that's a phenomenal night here in some Region 10 baseball, especially as we're now in playoffs. And these wins matter. These wins mean something.
Not short of highlights here tonight, and this is where you need them. I mean, you got to get into these best-of-3 series. You want to continue to advance, and really the goal at the end of this is to win it all, win that state title, bring that trophy home.
Yeah. Payson Briggs will be stepping up to the plate here. Got caught looking on his last at-bat. This is only his 2nd, and that's the other thing that you can tell that Desert Hills is finding their way around right now really well. Is they're in the 6th inning, and this is only the 2nd time Payson Briggs has been in the batter's box. They've been able to put away, they had 3 up, 3 down, 3 up, 3 down, 3 up, 3 down. Then they had 5 up, and then 3 up, 3 down. So they've had some good innings here to keep Cedar at bay. And immediately hit by pitch. And Turner's kind of upset by it because, like, hey, he leaned into that one, hit him on the hands, on the.
Oh, and he's
thinking, he's like,
guys in here.
He's like, I think he's saying it hit him on the hands of the, which would again be part of the bat. That's a foul ball. So here's a replay. See if we can see where it. Oh, I think it might hit the end of the bat. It might hit the. It's tough to tell.
Well, the batter didn't look like he wins. Briggs looked like there was no pain for a guy who would have just gone hit by the ball.
Can you see that one more time as well as the umpires are discussing? Here's the replay one more time. The pitch. It does look like it hits the end of the bat.
Looks like they're going to let it stand.
Oh,
Are they bringing it back? Yeah.
Yeah,
that's the correct call. It hit the end of the bat. Again, on the replay, we saw it. We can see it there as it hits the end of the bat, and it is the correct call.
Not often do you see in a high school game without a camera crew that the officiating crew goes out there and changes to the correct call.
Changes the call. And he's trying to show him, like, look, this is where it hit me.
I don't know, Caden. There might be a case of the shenanigans here.
I don't know. And I understand the Reds are fighting for their season right now, being down 8-1. So coach is going to get up there and give him everything he can. Try to tell the umpire, like, hey, this is... They're trying to see if they can get another conference with the umpires. But again, he's trying to send the third base coach away. Head coach up there just saying, hey, I'll talk to him alone. Don't worry about it.
And it did look like it went off the bottom of the bat there. So, I mean, this is the right call. I would say to bring it back.
I do agree that this is the right call. Again, as we watched that replay a couple of times now. Yeah, again, it's watching the replay, it hits off the handle of the bat from what we can tell, right? But again, it's hard to tell even from our angle, you know? Yeah. We don't have super close-up, slow-mo, you know? It's a tough call to make. I don't envy being an umpire in these positions.
No, this is one of those jobs that you got to live and die with the remarks you make. But, hey, this is one where I do think he's right to go back, call this the foul. Now we got Desert Hills coach come out trying to get an explanation of what's going on.
New shortstop for the Thunder, number 15, Harmon Skeen.
All right.
Yeah, so we have a substitution over there at shortstop too. Harmon Skeen has come into the game. And now that's really riled up this Cedar crowd in the dugout. The next pitch is low and outside. So again, this is Payson Briggs up to bat. Now facing 1-1 count.
Yeah, we had a little bit of confusion there between the ump and the play, but now we're back to it. Pitch coming.
Swung on a missed.
And again, this is just Turner's third pitch, so he's still just kind of catching his momentum and getting into it.
Outside. 2-2. This is a tough situation. Again, as the umpire, you don't want to be swayed by fans, right? But, and I will say, so far so good at this at bat, but but again, if one's close and you call it one way or another.
And you already said it, like the Reds fans, they're letting the umps hear it now.
Oh yeah, and they're definitely cheering on their guys. Full count now to Payson Briggs. And the pitch, fouled away to stay alive. That's always tough. You know, I say I don't envy being an umpire. I used to umpire Little League games when I was a teenager. And I had a coach rip into me because he didn't know the rules and I did. And what happened, there's a runner going from first to second. As this one's hit over to third base. Took a weird hop. He throws over to first. And he's safe.
Whoa, close one. Nice.
That was a bang play. Payson Briggs getting over there in time. Anyways, the runner's going from first to second. He steps in front of the ball. The ball hits him in the leg. And if you impede the ball as a base runner, you're out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, his coach didn't know that. And he yelled at me as a 13-year-old and just ripped in. And the rest of the crowd is like yelling at him like, hey, sit down. It's the right call. Sit down. It's the right call, right? And anyways, after that, I didn't umpire very many games because it's like, I don't know if I like this whole getting yelled at thing.
Oh, no, it's a hard job to do.
It's tough.
These fans, the coaches, heck, we've seen even the players these days will get into it.
Yeah. Well, with the runner on first, it's Crew Giles up to bat. He swings at the first one and misses for strike one. Second pitch is low. 1-1 count. Swung on and missed again. It's 1-2 count. Again, runner on first. Score right now 8-1. Thunder lead. And the pitch.
Good
well
shot.
Hit, shallow center. That'll advance the runner from first to second, and a solid base hit for Crew Giles.
Yeah, Crew Giles having a decent night here for the Reds. One of the only guys really getting the bat swinging and getting hits on the park.
Yeah, now he's 2 for 3 with that one.
Now batting number 1, Kyler Callister.
Kyler Callister will step up. He's 1 for 2. Earlier in the first inning, got caught on his way over to second base trying to steal. Ended up being a strange double play where there was a strikeout, and he tried stealing on the strikeout.
Where he thought about it, almost didn't go, and then even the catcher was a little unsure.
Yeah, that was a dropped ball strikeout. So, again, that's one of those tough situations to be in, because if the guy who just got struck out beats him over to first base, then he needs to be on second.
Yeah, you gotta go.
You gotta go, but first pitch in there for strike one.
Good ball there by Turner.
You know, one of my favorite things with the many different pitchers we see is their different wind-up styles, their different stretch styles, and Turner's got a little bit more of a unique one as he throws that one in there for strike two, where, you know, a lot of guys when they're in the stretch, they're straight perpendicular, I guess you could say, with home plate, and he kind of puts that lead foot, that left leg, off kilter just a little bit, right? He puts it downhill and away from him, opens up that stance on the mound, and then he brings up the leg and delivers. Sent foul to stay alive with an 0-2 count. No outs. Runners on first and second. The Reds are in a prime spot right now to try to make a comeback happen.
Now here at the top of the sixth, this is really going to be the second to last chance that they have. So they've got to take advantage of this, like you said, prime position.
Another one fouled away there. I know it's not 2 outs, but they're looking for that rally, stop, rally right now. The pitch.
Good
well
shot.
Hit. Stops at second, and he throws it there and is out. What a defensive play.
Wow.
Over at second base, the diving stop.
Fillmore to Wall. What the heck was that? That was a beautiful dive out for a second. I didn't think he was getting there.
I thought that was rolling into right field, but he puts the brakes on it, sends it to first in time for out number one.
Looked like he almost brought it in, almost in his stomach or his chest area. Almost as if he landed on the ball, but it's impressive. Got on top of it, got up quick, got it to first, and that's a nice out.
It does advance the runners to second and third. First pitch is low. Coulter Bunnell up to bat. Again, he stepped up to the mound in the fourth inning following a 2-run home run by Kyler Terry.
And one of our sub of the game.
Yeah, he wants that Jersey Mike's sub of the game, right? You can head on over to Jersey Mike's after the game. Get a Mike's Way. Do you like a Mike's Way?
Yeah, I'll go Mike's Way.
You a Mike's Way guy?
Got to get all the oils, vinegars, the salt, the pepper.
Fixins, yeah.
Jersey Mike's is great. What I love, too, is I'm a bigger guy, so they'll go ahead and fill a sandwich out. Lots of meat, lots of cheese, lots of veggies. I mean, it's a full-size sandwich.
Yeah. See, and I like their Philly cheesesteaks over there. They got some good hot sandwiches, too.
The Danny DeVito special, huh?
Yeah, I love it. I love that we play the Danny DeVito commercial on the video side of things. Pitch high. Whew. And I think they
he said
they say it nicked him. It might, and again, the umpire's right there. He probably heard the nick of the helmet because it was right at his head.
It looked like it too, and just off the brim. But hey, look at that. This
loads up the bases with one out. The Reds, they're in a perfect spot right now as Coden Lunt steps up to the plate. Now, he's struggled at bat, so if he can get something going, the thing is he can sacrifice something here too. You know?
Get a guy
do you sacrifice?
Get to the top of the lineup.
If I'm them, I'm like, do you sacrifice something down the third base line, like a bunt, or do you just go swinging for the fences and wait for the runners to tag up, you know? Couple options here. We'll see what they go for. See if they think about the bunt or if they'll just let him swing away.
Looks like Lunt was getting the call in there. Third base coach.
Again, bases loaded, one out. It's 8-1, the Reds trailing. They'll let him swing. It goes over to first. They go to second, try for the double play. It's thrown away. That sends in one run. 2 runs will now score. But throwing over to second will at least stop any other runs from coming across. That puts a runner on first now and 2 runs in.
Yep, and almost you can argue that Desert Hills tried to get a little greedy, go for the double play, but still, I think the timing was right. You just got to be accurate on that throw to first.
And that's what you want right now if you're the Reds. Just move some guys around, move some guys
steady
into scoring positions. So that's now 3 runs across the board for the Reds. It's a 5-run ball game now in the 6th inning, 2 outs. Still a tough comeback to make here. Thunder have a good lead. Breaking ball did not quite break.
Turner's going to have to reel in some of these pitches. Still having a little bit of a rough go. No strikeouts yet on the night. Already 21 pitches down.
This one hit shallow to second. They'll flick it over there for out number 3 in the inning. So they're able to get out of it with only 2 runs of damage there. Brings up the score now, though, to 8-3 on the Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard. We'll take a break. When we come back, the Thunder will try to extend their 8-3 lead here on the Fan Sports Network.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Hello? Cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Region 10 Sports is brought to you by Nets on Fire, the premier training and event facility in Southern Utah. High-level individual and group training catered to your athlete, plus the best camps, clinics, tournaments, and showcases in the West. Visit netsonfire.org.
It's the bottom of the 6th inning here over at Thunder Field on the Fan Sports Network. Caden Formaster here and Connor Collins on your broadcast tonight. We appreciate you joining us on this one, whether you're listening on the radio on 99.5, 95.3 FM in St. George, 93.1 in Cedar City, or if you're watching online as well on the fansportsnetwork.com. Now we're going to be bringing you game 2 of this game tomorrow at 1 o'clock, so tune in again, same place here on the Fan Sports Network, where we'll be bringing you the action between Desert Hills and Cedar. If Desert Hills holds on to win this one, and they win again tomorrow,
with that 1 o'clock game, then series over. If they split wins, we'll go to a third game, which will be a doubleheader tomorrow. So
yeah,
keep following that action.
Those doubleheaders, always impressive in baseball, how they can pull those off.
Yeah, they'll usually give them about an hour in between, as this one is popped up into center field. Giles makes the catch for out number 1 of the inning.
Yeah, good way to track that one down. Very good team play.
Kyler Terry.
Terry, who's had a good night so far, back up to bat. Terry already with 3 at-bats, 2 hits, 2 runs.
First pitch swung on and missed. And pitch swung on and missed again. Quick 0-2 count here to Kyler Terry.
Yeah, nice pitch there. High and out, got him swinging. You know, at this point, Desert Hill's really just trying to get what they can on the board and get out of here.
Low, just outside. 1-2's the count. Another one low.
Yeah, this is...
The catcher is like, did he go for it? He dropped the ball and put the tag on him. He's like, no. Umpire shook his head. No, he didn't go for it. So it's a 2-2 count.
Yeah, the Reds trying to get whatever they can. Take it where they go.
And the pitch. Low. Well, starting out 0-2. Kyler Terry's now worked the count full.
Bundle just trying to get it together here. It looks like he's already 3 strikeouts on the night, coming up on his 38th pitch coming up here.
And it's high.
That's going to get Terry over there on first.
Number 24, Hagen Reed.
That's a good at-bat from Terry to, again, start out swinging hard at a couple of pitches that were just not right there for him. He's able to turn it around and find himself on first base with a walk.
Looks like Coach bringing in a pinch runner here.
Yeah, they'll bring in the speed-up runner.
Speed-up runner for the Thunder, number 13, Kobe Goodman.
So Hagen Reed getting ready to step up. A substitution being made as the umpire yells out, hey, we're making some changes here, so. So it's Kobe Goodman who's the speed up runner over there on first base. And again, Hagen Reed now up to bat. 1 out, 1 runner on. First pitch is low for ball 1.
A couple times now, Bunnell's gone low with that pitch and probably wants to try to get it up just a couple more feet here. And really, I think he's just hovering over that strike zone.
They got the pitcher on a balk.
Callister trying to.
He's saying, what did I do? But you can't put the ball in your glove and then bring the ball back out again while you're standing on the rubber. So I'm going to assume that's what it was. The catcher asked the umpire what's going on, and now he's relaying the information to the pitcher to say, hey, don't do whatever he just said to do.
Don't do that again.
And then, you know, a good eagle-eyed umpire is going to get you on those balks, too. I think they like calling them. The fans don't like it, but.
Well, I mean, even like we said, we might have had that balk. That was the random score earlier, too.
Mm-hmm. And really, the thing is, too, with the balk is if you do something that's outside of your normal windup, you know, especially if you've been up there for a while, the umpire starts to see the way you do it. If you do something that's outside of your normal process,
they can call you for a balk. You know, there's some discretion there, which can be frustrating for the fan, you know, and there's not supposed to be tons. Like the rule is written a certain way, right? But you just have to be really careful as a pitcher that you don't do anything to push the umpire to make that call. You know?
Yeah, too out of routine. Good shot.
Sent high. Should tag up a runner from second. Caught. The runner goes. He's going to try to make his way for third. He'll get there.
He might be able to make. Yeah, there you go.
Standing up over on third is the speed up runner.
See if Bo Wall can ring Goodman home. Can't go for the sacrifice out here, so you got to swing for the fences.
Yeah, and that's, as you mentioned, 2 outs, so you got to get it into play here. Fouls the first one away.
And not shying away from swinging.
Now again, with the Thunder leading 8-3 here, once the top of the 7th rolls around, they just have to make their way through the defensive side of things, and this will be game over. But right now they want to give themselves a little bit more of a cushion, but a beautiful pitch. Makes this an 0-2 count now for Bo Wall.
Yeah, that 42nd pitch being another strike there for Bunnell.
Coulter Bunnell has really showed some good control here on the mound tonight. Got to give him a lot of credit for that. And again, coming up in the Johnson Pediatrics post-game show. This one well hit into center again, going back on it. And he makes the catch, falling over on the warning track. A tough play, but he's able to bring it in for out number 3. So a scoreless inning with 3 fly balls out to center field for the 3 outs. And again, it's 8-3 as we go to the top of the 7th here on the Fan Sports Network.
First Ace Hardware is conveniently located in St. George on the corner of Bluff Street and St. George Boulevard with 30,000 square feet of lawn and garden, paint, tools, fabrics, sporting goods, and the most complete nut and bolt section in town. First General Store, the Big Ace store on Bluff and on Main in Cedar City.
Hey, it's Sheldon Demke. Check out the latest episode of What's on the Menu, a behind-the-scenes tour of local restaurants. We'll see some of their favorite dishes and get an inside look on how these dishes are prepared. Check out this week's episode at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab.
Did you know that St. George News has a new app? Download the St. George News app today and stay up to date on everything happening in Southern Utah. Get instant notifications on news, weather, sports, and more. Download the app today and get your local news now.
Top of the 7th inning here on the Fan Sports Network. It's our Boulevard home game of the week. We've had some great action here from Thunderfield in the first game of the playoff round of these Super Regionals between the Thunder and the Reds. Again, this is a best-of-3 series. Tomorrow will be game 2, 1 o'clock, right here on the Fan Sports Network. So make sure to stay tuned in tomorrow for that. Again, an early afternoon game. I know a lot of people are probably going to be working tomorrow at that time, so you can throw the game on your computer over on thefansportsnetwork.com and watch it live. Throw it on your phone. I don't care. Just watch the game and catch it while you're at work, right?
Do what you got to do. I know I've been there. I was talking about it with Paul this morning, even now with the new Black Friday release for the NFL games. Sometimes you're just out and about shopping. Got to find a way to get the game on.
That's right.
Pull the phone out.
Speaking of NFL, the NFL schedule's released today, so find your favorite team, see who they're playing, when they're playing them. That schedule is out now. First game of the season is going to be Lions and Chiefs. How do you feel about that one?
I like that one. That's going to be a good matchup. I think the Detroit Lions of New are a fun team. The Dan Campbell-led Lions, they got a little bit of spunk, a little bit of heart, and hey, I'm not going to say they're going to go out there and beat the defending Super Bowl champs, but I'll say they'll go out there and give them a nice run for their money and show us, hey, this is an NFL season that could have a lot of parity.
And they just drafted a guy that potentially is going to be one of those that's eyed up for the for an offensive rookie of the year with the running back that they got this year. So I know that that's a lot of talk in that realm of things. But then they have, of course, a defense that's young and trying to get better. Struggled last year. So, but again, electric with Aiden Hutchinson and company. So, yeah, it'll be a fun one. So again, the score 8-3 here as we are getting ready to start off the top of the 7th inning. Jacob Boyer in the batter's box. The first pitch is high and outside for ball 1.
Desert Hills here just trying to take care of business. They know they're 3 outs away from 1 game down in their series.
Swung on and missed. A little nick on the ball there for strike 1. A 1-1 count. The pitch fouled away.
Trying to stay alive, keep the count up.
Now, You First Credit Union Region 10 update. This update comes to you from the world of girls golf, where Pineview Panthers take state up in the Logan area for their 3rd year in a row now. So congratulations to Pineview on the state golf championship. Another one fouled away. Stay alive with a 1-2 count.
Good way to keep yourself alive, keep yourself at bat here if you're Boyer. Give yourself every opportunity you can. Just takes a little rally to get you right back into this game.
And got him swinging. First out of the inning. Turner's strikeout for Turner.
Yeah, Turner's first strikeout on the night there.
Make that 12 strikeouts now for the Thunder. 11 of them will give to Musgrave. He had such a great evening tonight through 5 innings. Again, 11 strikeouts through 5 innings, which at this level, at the high school level, that's solid. You'll take that.
Yeah,
high and inside for ball 1.
Definitely one of those where, honestly, you think maybe if it were playoffs this week in Caden, you probably let Landon keep going, see if maybe he gets you the no-hitter or something like that. But,
yeah,
hey, you got to take it with a grain of salt. He got what he did, and you just keep him well-rested.
2-0 count now to Quade Mackert. Mackert started over on first base, has moved over to third here for the Reds. Struck out his 2 at-bats here tonight, trying to get a hit tonight at this one, and swung on, fouled it away. Foul ball brought to you by Cache Valley Bank, your financial outfitter in Southern Utah. Cache Valley Bank, mountains await. Turner with the pitch, outside and high. 3-1 now is the count for Mackert.
Good velo coming off the ball here, Turner. See if he could take it down in the strike zone and get Cedar to swing at one of these.
And he gets his swing and goes to third. It's bobbled on the play there and rolls. Terry not able to make the play, so Mackert finds himself on first with the single.
Yeah, Terry a little lackadaisical there to chase it down, and good run down by Thompson to go grab that.
Now batting number 22, Gavin Mackert.
So now stepping up, we have a new batter up, Gavin Mackert. A little bit of a conference going on though right now with one of the Cedar Reds coaches and the umpire, just trying to make sure that they got this substitution correct.
Yep, there we go. I was just making that substitution like you said there.
And it's just it's a DH substitution, so it won't affect the fielding at all. But again, they've got to get out of this inning with a better score than the Thunder have. If they want any chance at this ball game, they have to get points on the board. Some runs on the board, I should say. Oh, and he gets up and smacks it. He's going to send it over the wall.
Dang.
That's how you do it. The first swing of the bat, his first at bat of the game, and he hits a homer. That's how you do it.
Cedar's starting to feel a little bit of energy now. You could hear their crowd going, and like you said, this is it. They had to get points at this at bat, and what's he do? Step up to the plate, dinger.
Gavin Mackert. He wanted to give a run for the money to
wow. First at bat, just walks up, first swing, sends it.
You know, that's all of a sudden now another contender for Jersey Mike's sub of the game all of a sudden, right? I mean, with a donut run, home run, a bin blaster blast, you know, at least a bin blaster candidate now. And it's a ball game. It's 8-5 with one out.
I was going to say, you look at it now, you only still have one out. It's a 3-score game. At any moment, this game could be tied. Cedar could take the lead. Who knows? This is where you love playoff baseball. It's never over till it's over.
Ain't that the truth? Well, there is a pitching change up there as well. Kyler Terry hits the mound. So while he warms up, we'll step away for a minute, and we will be back right after this here on the Fan Sports Network.
As a local business owner, it's important to get the word out about your business. More people equals more revenue for you. Get your business in front of over 160,000 people in southern Utah each week with St. George News. Contact St. George News today.
Inspired design. Ultra quiet operation. To you, it's a Bryant Evolution cooling system. To us, it's the ultimate machine.
All set.
For the dealer nearest you, visit Bryant.com.
I'm Aaron Crane, host of the Region 10 Recap. Want to relive the highlights of the game? Look for the Region 10 Recap every week. Just follow St. George News on Facebook or go to stgeorgenews.com.
Blasters, now that's a clean can.
Kyler Terry getting warmed up on the mound with our Nets on Fire pitching change. Want to thank Mountain Land Supply as one of our sponsors for tonight's ball game as well. Go check out their showroom just down the street from Costco. Beautiful new showroom.
Wow, just going back to that shot there, Caden. I mean,
yeah, it's a great shot. Gavin Mackert, man.
Talk about confidence there, walking up to the plate, first at bat, first swing, and you're like, you know what? I'm going yard, guys.
It was insane. Hey, you know what? And he's the kind of kid where you get up there and he's tall, he's a big kid. You know that he can be able to bring that bat around, and boy did he. He sent that one probably a solid. I mean, that was a no-brainer that it was gone, right?
Yeah,
I mean, he sent that one probably 340 over the left field wall, I would say.
No question.
If that was going center, a little more questionable, right? Maybe off the high wall in center field, but in left field,
even then, it's still.
It was a no-doubter home run. Ooh, inside and high.
You thinking Cedar's coach is telling them too? Hey, don't shy away from these pitches. You know, don't lean out of them.
That one's tough though. That was right at the neck. I don't know if I want that one getting me. You need a few chiropractor appointments after one of those. 1-2 is the count now to Payson Briggs. Had a single his last at bat, came around to score. This Reds team picking up some momentum here. Here's the pitch. Outside, 3-1. Now, if I'm Payson Briggs, you know, usually they say with a 3-0 count, you let it go by, right? Even with a 3-1 count, I'm like, hey, it has to be my pitch, or I'm not swinging.
Yeah.
You know, if you can find yourself on first. Yep, there you go. Let it go. And he finds himself on first base with a walk.
And you can just see the air getting taken out the lungs of the Desert Hill Thunders fan. Now you look around and it's just getting tense, and you can feel it in the air.
And it was packed here to start the game. A lot of the students have left. They still got school tomorrow, so maybe they're trying to go home, finish up some last-minute things before
get ready for finals. Yeah,
you know what? They're coming across one of the last days of school. I think last day of school for some of these schools is tomorrow. Really, like last day of classes. So, and got it. Kyler Terry again on the mound right now. He's facing the top of the lineup with Crew Giles, who just steps up. Facing now an 0-1 count and 1 out, runner on first. 2 runs have already come across here in the top of the 7th.
And Giles has had a good night.
A balk. He'll send the runner over to second. That's not what you want to see. Not if you're a Thunder fan. Again, he's going to go over there and say, hey, why is that a balk? Coach Cave's going to come over and ask the same question.
Light him up, Cave. Let's go.
Looking for an explanation. Again, just trying to see if they can get an explanation for why it's a balk. He's telling him something about having the ball in his hand, putting it behind his back, swinging it out in front. He's like, you can't have that much movement with the ball in your hand. And again, it's he's evened it out. It's 1-1, 1 balk for each team. And I think the fans here are getting antsy. They don't want the ball game to be over, you know, but the Cedar fans are like, hey, we'll take the balk all day long because we're getting a little closer into this one now.
Like I said, you look over and you got Cedar fans sitting on the edge of their chairs engaged, and now Desert Hills fans are kind of with their arms crossed, getting a little tense here.
A little tense, a little antsy. 0-1 count, we reset here. Terry set in the stretch, looks to second. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, fastball. Throwing some heat down the middle now on 0-2 count to Crew Giles.
Now more than ever, you need it. Don't want to get a guy on base and set them up for that game-tying run.
Not at all.
And if you're Cedar, you're thinking everything opposite. Get on base and get our next guy out.
Terry with the pitch, low and outside. First ball here to Giles for the 1-2.
Still only 1 out.
And the pitch, fouled away. I don't know, I was a little worried that the net, if that net bows a little more, you're getting that screen right there.
I was gonna say our replays, we're about to go bye-bye.
Eight to 5 the score. Strong hit up the middle, fielded by a shortstop, throws over to first, not in time. Oh. Bit of a boom boom play, but do we have a replay of that? Do we catch that? See how much of a boom boom play it really was. Again, the hit over to shortstop. Throws over to first. Definitely tie goes to the runner situation, and I think he beat him by a step. I think he got him by a step.
That's going to make this a lot more interesting now.
Well, it sends a runner to third.
Runner on third.
Tying run stepping up to the batter's box. Kyler Callister. Timeout taken. Coach Cave's going to head out to the mound, talk to Kyler Terry and the crew, and try to figure out what they want to do here. This game is really taking a turn here in the 7th inning. I mean, 2 runs have already scored off of the 2-run homer as Gavin Mackert steps up to the plate, and just the first swing of the game for him as a substitution. Comes in, smacks it over the left field wall.
And the way this is playing out now, I mean, you're 100% right. This is in consideration for our sub of the game.
It could be a game-changing home run, really. At least it changed the momentum.
It did, and you can tell, and you can feel it in the air. You can see that right now. Cedar's got that glimmer of belief, and you can see Desert Hills got that kind of, well, let's calm down, guys. We don't want to let this get away from us, but hey, this is it.
Yeah.
1 out, 3 guys.
Yeah, this is a ball game we got here. We're reset. We're ready to go. Runner on third, runner on first. 1 out. The pitch is high for ball 1.
Callister 1 for 2 tonight, so 50-50.
Sixth batter to be faced here in the top of the 7th inning. Runner goes. They'll fake the throw down. Again, that kind of got him in trouble last time.
Yeah,
so
they got to be careful because the ump is not afraid to call these balks here tonight.
So Crew Giles now over on second.
Oh man, I can't help to feel this, Caden, but it just feels like this momentum is shifting right now for the Reds.
Absolutely. Again, tying run is standing right now in the batter's box. With a 1-1 count, 1 out. A ball in play here. Could be a sacrifice. High. Ball 2, 2-1 count to Kyler Callister. Again, if you're Callister and you have any control of where this ball goes at all, if you can get something on it, and you can send in even a sacrifice to center.
I mean, there's a lot of space in the field right there.
You got a lot of space. Swung on and missed. Now facing a 2-2 count. Terry wants to put him away here and just say, don't get anything in play. I just want to strike them all out.
Do it the good old-fashioned way. Take care of it on the mound.
This is a tough position right now for Callister, too. He calls timeout, and I think it's just to kind of take a breath, reset, get your wits about you, go back at it.
Yeah, I'm sure when you're up there, that heart's pounding 1,000 beats a second. I mean, you're...
Got him looking.
Beautiful
fastball. Inside edge for strike number 3.
All right, Desert Hills, what are you going to do? Back against the wall now.
2 outs, 1 more out will win them the ball game. Coulter Bunnell steps up, and 3 more runs sends this game to the bottom of the 7th.
And Bunnell's a guy who's been successful tonight. I mean, we've already seen him have success hitting the ball. He's 1 for 2 so far, and again, I just can't help to think the momentum has shifted a little bit towards the Reds here.
Well hit.
What a shot.
Left field. Oh, it lands off his glove. He drops it. It's a 2-run double.
Oh,
what could have been the last out of the game. Cooper Clough drops it.
Wow.
It went off the tip of his glove, and I think he was trying to get a little light. He looked like he was just like, I got this, you know. And he seemed too confident with it, and it just hit the top of the glove. Oh.
And Coach K's right now
he's
is
pacing.
At a loss for words.
He is pacing out there as Coulter Bunnell now on second base is the tying run. It's an 8-7 ball game.
If you told me at the top of this inning, Caden, that there was going to be a chance for the Cedar Reds to win this game,
I never would have guessed that. Never would have guessed it. What a ball game this has turned out to be. First pitch ball. Terry's just going to throw some heat here. He just wants to throw some fastballs down the middle and make him hit it. I wouldn't be surprised to just see him go Fastball,
Bang, bang,
fastball, fastball here. Here's the pitch. Swung on, miss. Fastball again. Like I said, he just wants to get some heat through there.
Make it a 1-1 count.
This is Coden Lunt up to bat. 2 outs. Again, 1 more out. It's the end of the ball game. 1 more run. We head to the bottom of the 7th.
3 at-bats, no hits for Lund.
2 strikes. 1 more strike. This could be it. And again, a ball in play could send that runner from second. This is a big pitch right here. Terry set on the mound. Lunt takes the timeout. He's playing mind games, and I love it.
You got to build the momentum up here.
This is exactly what you want to see right now from the Reds. Let Coden Lunt play with him a little. Call the timeout.
And Lunt being the pitcher on the other end, he knows.
Oh, and he's got him swinging on some high cheese, as they call it. And the Thunder will get the win 8-7.
Wow.
But not after the Reds put on a great performance in the top of the 7th. You have to give them some love here. What an amazing ball game this turned out to be.
Incredible. I mean, for a game that started off, I mean, it was 8-1 for the longest time, but they just never, ever gave up the Cedar Reds, fought till the end, and really, man, that was a beautiful game for them. And
that was a ball game. Wow, amazing. Well, let's hop on into the Johnson Pediatrics post-game show. You can see why so many parents choose Johnson's for their kids' dental needs. You can call for that new patient special, 656-0511. Let's get to those awards, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
So the defensive play of the game, I want to start there. I have a few that we could get to. How many catches were made on the warning track? I mean, you could just give it, and especially by Cedar, specifically by the Reds. They made 1 million catches on the warning track. What a different ball game this would be, because the Thunder were sending them to the wall over and over and over again. You have that side of it. Then you have the Landon Musgrave 11 strikeouts side of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, he allowed 1 run while he was up on the mound. And this ended up being 7 runs total, 6 more runs after he stepped aside after 5 innings. So, you know, 6 runs coming across after he's pitching. I mean, do you give it to Landon Musgrave for the 11 strikeouts, or do you give it to Cedar for keeping this at bay with their outfield doing what they needed to do? Or can we kind of give it to one side or the other, a little bit of both?
I think we can go ahead and we'll give our defensive play to, let's give it to Cedar out there with some of those incredible warning tracks, because as far as our player of the game, that's where I think I need to go with Landon Musgrave. I mean,
fair enough.
Again, 11 strikeouts. You've gone through the entire cycle, striked out pretty much every batter but one, at least once, multiple times on some. I mean, it's incredible. Just the way he came out tonight, I think, was his best pitching effort we've seen so far this season.
I agree. Again, 11 strikeouts. And with those 11 strikeouts, he faced, I mean, 17 batters. in those 11 strikeouts, he faced 17 batters. Yeah, that's phenomenal.
Yeah.
That is phenomenal.
And we go back to, you know, you asked me a little earlier if there was another guy that I've witnessed this season do an 11 strikeout game. It was Kaysen Bell for Dixie. And
yeah.
Honestly, that was one of those too where we awarded him the player of the game, because when you can go up there and just light it up and be that ace of an arm, it changes the dynamic of the game. I think if Musgrave stayed in, that whole 7th inning fiasco we had may have never happened.
Yep. So Hearst Ace Hardware, player of the game, Landon Musgrave, for everything he did on the mound and even in the batter's box. He got a single, got on base with a walk. So you got to give him a lot of credit for that, and a big reason for the Thunder win on the defensive side of the ball. So Jersey Mike's sub of the game, Gavin Mackert, the 2-run shot with the first swing of the bat. He might not have been in the game long. He was on the field for 15 seconds, but you know what? What a glorious 15 seconds it was.
Most important 15 seconds of the night. I mean,
it really
like
was.
We said, it's exactly that hit that got Cedar back into the game, that got their fans back into the momentum. I mean, if he never went out there and hit that home run, I don't think there was no seventh inning fiasco. There was none of that. I mean, it set everything up perfectly for the Reds, and really it made this game happen.
Yeah. For our Bin Blasters blast of the game, I'm going to give it to Kyler Terry just because his was farther.
Yeah.
He hit the furthest shot of the night out into left center.
Right
in
over
the
the wall.
deepest part of the field, one of the highest parts of the wall. I mean, he definitely deserves it. Sent that one probably 360.
I would agree with you.
He sent that one far, and you got to give him that for the Bin Blaster blast of the game. So, I believe that rounds off the awards. Well, our what did we say? Our Jersey Mike sub of the game. Gavin Macker, correct, right?
Gavin hitting that homer. Or we could have gone as well with Bono coming in and doing some relief
subbing and pitching. Yeah.
But again, I think like you mentioned, the Haggard home run out of left field, that really changed everything.
Yeah. It was a phenomenal ball game. What can we say? Great ball game here from Thunder Field. We'll be back again tomorrow, 1 o'clock. Tune in a little early for pregame show, but we'll be right here on the Fan Sports Network broadcasting Game 2, where if Desert Hills wins, they move on to Provo on Monday. That game will be at 12:30. If they lose, they will have to face a doubleheader and see if Cedar or Desert Hills will be the ones moving on. So, again, more baseball coming up tomorrow, 1 o'clock here on the Fan Sports Network. Thank you for joining us here at Thunderfield on the Fan Sports Network. I'm Caden Formaster, Connor Collins, and from all of our crew here, we appreciate you being with us. So have a good night, everybody, and we will see you tomorrow.